Hi, and welcome back to Cut the Craggle. So this is a bit of a weird one, as it's my first live stream on my own channel. You may or may not know that I've been a guest on a few other channels on different live streams, but this is the first time I'm doing it myself on my own channel, so please be gentle with me. And what I'm doing for my first live stream is I'm going to be building the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the Black Pearl set. If you watch my videos, you might know that I had a set that I wanted. It was on my actual top 10 biggest Lego regrets video, and it was the Pirates of the Caribbean Isla de Muerta set. And I managed to get a good deal on that the end of last year, and I just kind of sat on it. I didn't do anything with it. And then when Lego did the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, I decided, oh, what the heck? I can't really justify the money on the Pirate Bay set, so I'll build and review the set I do have that's got a pirate theme. And I did that, and I loved it, so I bought another Pirates of the Caribbean set, and another. And pretty soon, I decided I wanted to collect the whole series. And what's happened now is that I spent way more money than I ever would have if I had just bought the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. But I'm having a great time building these sets. These are fantastic sets so far. I've not been disappointed. And this isn't the largest set in the series by any means, but it's probably one of the most important. It's Captain Jack, or Captain Barbossa if you prefers, ship, the Black Pearl, which obviously has appeared in some capacity in all of the films so far, I think. So I'm just going to have a quick look into the chat and say hello to a few people. It's great to have you all here. So let's see who we got. So we've got Transformers Stop Motion, Brixo Studios, Ghostbuster Costello Corporation, Mahan, I See Dead People 35, Star Saber Prime K, Doc Samson. We've got God Knight, aka Ben, rather. Dark Shadow, Luke 44, Brick Sloth, The J Cliff, Cy O'Connor, Jim Blade. Thanks for popping by, Jim Blade. Christopher Mitz, and Escape Sweden 143. So thank you all for dropping by and hanging out with me whilst I build this. So my plan, I don't really have a plan, let's be honest. My plan for this stream is just to build this set and basically have a little chat with you and just sort of hang out, really. I haven't got anything in particular that's on the agenda. Hi, John Alexander. He has no plans after him. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not a professional. So what we say, we get building, and if you've got some questions, shoot them out, and I'll do my best to answer them as long as they're appropriate. I'll answer any question as long as I want to answer it. Said like a true politician. Okay, let's have a look. So, right, so it's actually saying, I don't know if you can see that. You got Captain Jack himself to make as the first minifigure. Well, you know what? I've actually gone and done that already. Let's see. He's got a couple accessories I got to give him now. Let's see. Am I already failing at the first hurdle? I can never get these tiles onto the hand. Does anyone else have this problem? I'm just going to put it in his hand. There we go. It always shows you, like, it resting. I don't know, maybe my fingers are too big. And he's supposed to have... He's supposed to have a cup, I don't know what that is. But yeah, there you go. That's the first part of the build. And already I struggle with that, so that might give you an indication of how well this is going to go. Okay, let's look in the chat and let's see what's being said there. This is where the fun begins. I understood that reference. Get ready for people to say, how long is this stream? It's going to be as long as it takes to build this set. Which, if you want a bit of trivia, this set was released in 2011, so it's 9 years old now, and it consists of 804 pieces and 6 minifigures. So it's not a massive set by any means, but, you know, I think it's a fair size. John Alexander says, have you ever done a collaboration with other LEGO YouTubers? Well, I've appeared on their live streams. Was that collaborating, maybe? Or do you mean, like, collaborated on a video? I want to see the Davy Jones minifigure. Well, we'll get to that when we get to that bag. I was building before the stream. I broke the 2 live streaming rules. What's the second live streaming rule? How long is the stream? How long is a piece of string? I just found. Is it? Oh, it's not glass. It's a telescope. There we go. It's weird because on the screen where I'm seeing the stream, everything's reversed. I'm not used to that. Okay, so we've got bag number 1. Okay. So I did buy this set used, and I did get a fantastic deal on it, but I've been told that all the pieces are in immaculate condition, and I did get the missus to check that for me. So she sorted through all these pieces, cleaned the ones that looked like they needed a bit of cleaning, and sorted it into bags for me, bless her heart. So... No, okay, so the 2 rules were no plan and build it before the stream. The 2 rules I broke. I'm sorry, Mahan. Right then. Okay, so we've also got a bunch of these large hole pieces. Let's see, my camera's gone off again on my side anyway. There you go. Look at that. So I think that's gonna cut down on some of the building. That's probably why there's not as many pieces in, say, like, I think the Destiny's Bounty, the Lego Movie one, that had more. Normally, I would sort through all these pieces first, but you don't want to watch a guy sorting, you want to watch a guy building. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you want to see a guy have a bit of a mental breakdown, and that's why you've come here. Who knows? Tell me in the chat why you're here. I don't mean that to sound in a nasty way. I'm glad that you're here. Thank you all for dropping by. I'm very nervous. So if you see my hands go, it's not an earthquake. It's not the camera. It's just me bricking it. So I've got a quick look in the chat again. Let's see a few questions on there. Why did I call my channel Cut the Craggle? Be honest with you, it was kind of inspired by a friend. I was coming up with some silly channel names that had nothing to do with Lego, and she was kind of like, "You've got to have Lego in some capacity in the name." And I was like, "No, I don't want that." And I came at this from a different sort of angle, I guess. Like, I first got into YouTube originally as a YouTuber through seeing different list videos about Lego Dimensions. So at that point, I hadn't really seen any other Lego YouTubers when I first sort of started my channel. So I didn't realize that, everyone normally puts something bricks in there, that, not everyone does, but the vast majority, I would say, of Lego YouTube channels, they put bricks in the title in some capacity. So I didn't know that, which might have been an advantage, it might have been a disadvantage. But I wasn't really aware of that kind of trend. And my friend said to me, because the Lego Movie, I think, had not long been out, or it was still very, very popular and still in at the moment, said, "Why don't you do it? No need for Craggle." And I said, don't like that. But as soon as she said it, a little light bulb went off in my head, and I thought, cut the Craggle. Because, it sounds a bit like cut the something else. And basically, that's how I got my name from. Not a very exciting story, but there you go. Now you know. And if you watch G.I. Joe, knowing is half the battle. I'm missing a Technic pin, I think. Oh. This is why I normally sort everything out first, so I can just go that piece. But yeah. Yeah, another reason why I'm unprofessional. Oh, there you go. It's got caught in there. Let's have a quick look in the chat. There's a few people here. Hi, London Bridge Bricks. Hi, Legolomaniac, great to see you. Hi, Brickatect, thanks for popping by. Left a like for the G.I. Joe line. Excellent. Have you finished all those episodes yet, or are you still working your way through them? Here for the beard reveal. You might be disappointed. Well, there might be a beard reveal, but it might not be mine. Okay. Where am I? I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so this is going to be difficult, building and doing the stream at the same time. So please be gentle with me. So far, this is quite... The main hole is going to be just these large pieces. That being said, it does say on the box this doesn't float because it's still going to have gaps in it. But it's been a while since I built the Destiny's Bounty, the Ninjago movie one. But I don't remember that having... Did I have any? No, I think that was almost entirely brick built, wasn't it? I don't think it had any sort of large hole pieces. What was my first Lego set? I honestly can't remember because I had different Lego sets as a child given to me, obviously, by family and parents. I could tell you the first set that I bought with my own money. Do you know people like... Well, I don't know, actually, if it's a generational thing, but my parents and sort of like my older cousins who are a bit older than me, they all used to say, oh, you always remember the first record you buy or first CD you buy. I don't. I think I do, but it's between 2 or 3 that I sort of got around the same time. And one of them I'm not even sure if I did buy with my own money or if someone else got it for me. But the very first Lego set I bought for myself was the Lego Star Wars lightsaber duel in 1999. And if you look that up on Google or whatever, you'll see it's only a little small set. Hey, Lego Freak. But I absolutely loved it. I didn't have a lot of money. I think I had a paper round. Do you have paper rounds? Is that what they call them in the US? Basically, you get on your bike when you're a kid. Oops. And you have a bag full of newspapers and you go around pushing them through people's doors. Well, people who've paid for them, or you're delivering newspapers. You're not just going around randomly giving free gifts away. But yeah, so I earned some money doing a paper round. It wasn't a lot of money, but there you go. It was money to me. It was my own. And my mum had gone over to a supermarket called Sainsbury's, we have in the UK, to do the weekly shop with my little sister. And she came back and she said, oh, they've got Star Wars Lego in Sainsbury's. And I was like, what? Couldn't believe it because I'd only seen a few adverts on TV about the Star Wars Lego, but not seen any in the shops yet. My friend had gone over to America and he had gone a couple of Lego Star Wars sets, but I hadn't seen any in the shops. So the first thing I did is I got on my bike and I went over, I've done this wrong already, to Sainsbury's, and lo and behold, they did have a bunch of Lego Star Wars sets. These were all for the Phantom Menace. And they didn't have any prices on them. They were on the shelf, and at the time, I think they still do it. A lot of places still do it. They have, like, you know, the strip with all the prices on. They had no prices there, so I didn't have a clue. I was a young kid. I didn't know how much this stuff was going to cost. I only know how much money I had. And it was a lot to me, but I was aware that Lego was expensive. And I wasn't sure I was going to be able to afford any. So I tried to track down a member of staff to ask them. And, you know, it's funny. I remember this so vividly, but loads of staff members kept walking past me. They didn't want to speak to me. I was very polite. I was always a polite child. I say, you know, excuse me. Much more higher pitched voice than that. And they just kept walking by me like I didn't exist. It didn't matter. And then this one guy, he had a really, really, really spotty face. My God, his face looked sore. Really bad acne of him. And he stopped for me. And I said, you know, how much is this Lego? And he looked at me and he winced. And he went, they're really expensive. And I was like, okay, how much is really expensive? And he went through the list, the different sets they had, and they were quite expensive, at least for me. And then he had one that was £5, and that was the lightsaber duel. And it didn't look like much. When I brought it home, my mum was like, "That cost £5." Nowadays it'd be great. Nowadays a set like that would probably cost about $11.99, even $17.99. But I didn't care because it had 2 minifigures. It had Qui-Gon Jinn, and it had Darth Maul, and it had a little speeder bike build, and for some reason it had a little moisture evaporator build. And I absolutely loved it. I built it probably in like 2 minutes, but I really did. I loved that set. It was great. And on the back of it, it didn't have instructions, but it had the alternate builds they used to do. So it's like the whole moisture evaporator and the speeder bike combined and made like a winged flying ship. And I must have like built every single configuration possible with those bricks, not just the ones that they listed as alternative builds. But you know how they say, you know, there's so many configurations with a Lego brick. I probably did them all I could with that set. And yeah, so that's not the very first Lego set I had, but that's the very first one that I bought. Have you ever seen a Lego Voltron? What, I mean the set? Yeah, I mean, I've seen the set. I haven't got it, but I have seen it. I'm hoping this is going to be more sturdier because it feels a bit flimsy at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the chat because I took ages to answer that one, sorry. So that means I can just start throwing random newspapers and get money. What am I doing watching this stream? I don't know, Mahan. What are you doing watching this stream? I'm glad you're here, but I don't know. What is your favorite set you don't own? Ooh, there's a few. There's a few white whale sets. I've got, I was get my eye on, but you know, they're on my list. I'm doing not too bad though, because I think I need to do an updated top 10 Lego regrets video because I think I've got about half. Oh, that's nice. I'm here because I'm supporting a friend. Cut the cracker, that is. Thank you, Mahan. I appreciate that. I do appreciate your support. I was really shocked, actually. We were in a stream the other week. And was it a stream the other week? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. And you said, like, oh, do you remember that time you went nuts over the stickers in that subscription box? And I was like, what? That video was like years ago. How do you know about that? I was really surprised that you even knew about that video. But yeah, if you want to see someone go nuts about getting stickers in a subscription box, can't speak, watch my Lego Z box unboxing. I'm really not used to just finding the pieces in a pile. I apologize. What is my favorite TV show? Asks UNSC Brick. Good question. I've been burnt by a lot of shows recently. Anyone here watch Game of Thrones? You know what I'm on about. Yeah, you invest in a show, you get involved with the characters. Get involved with the characters? I don't know. And spend years watching, and then, yeah. Probably the less about that, the better. But at the moment, I'm watching the Clone Wars cartoon on Disney Plus. And I'm really enjoying that. But favorite TV shows? Oh, there's so many. Game of Thrones definitely would have been up there originally until the ending. And why did I turn that over? I've got to put it back this way now. Oh, are you ready? Are you enjoying this quality building viewing experience? I hope you are. You know, it doesn't come cheap. What else? What else? I'm drawing a blank. I love Marvel's the Netflix Daredevil series. I haven't seen the last series. I was a bit behind, and then they all got cancelled, and I just I didn't get the motivation then to go back and watch them. I am going to, but it's just, yeah, just finding the sort of time and the right frame of mind to go back and watch those. I used to love The Walking Dead, but I've fallen massively behind with that, and I've had so much spoiled for me now that I just, yeah, again, I will go back to that. Let's see. I literally just finished Dead Man Tell No Tales a few minutes ago. Oh, you poor thing. Junior, sit down. That's a dreadful film, that one. Yeah. I say that as a fan of the franchise. Remember the time Cut the Crackle said hi to himself in the Lego live stream? Yes, I remember that. Oh, I was hoping no one would remember that. Jim Blake's got to pop out. Oh, thanks, Jim Blake. Thanks for popping by. Would you get a Naruto Lego set? Not me personally, but when I met Mrs. Cut the Craggle, or soon to be Mrs. Cut the Craggle, she was massively into Naruto. Oops. So yeah, I probably would end up getting it for her. Do I like Ninjago theme? Yeah, I count myself as a very casual Ninjago fan because I don't watch the show. I don't really know anything about the lore. Is that not meant to go into there? Does that just sit there? But I do like a lot of the sets. I think it just sits there. That's random. Okay. Some of the Ninjago sets are some of my favorite display pieces. So trying to tie it into what Cy O'Connor's saying about what Lego set is your pride and joy. It's hard to pin down, but yeah, I've got a few Ninjago sets that are my favorite display pieces. I mentioned the Lego movie Destiny's Bounty. Oh, I love that set so much. It's such a great set. Jim Blade's gutted now because he's leaving. He's left now. He's not going to hear me sort of gush over Ninjago. Yeah, I absolutely love that set. I've also got the Temple of Air Jitsu. That's one of my favorite sets, one of my favorite display pieces. And I say I've customized it, but that's probably given me a bit more praise than I deserve. I've just kind of like extended the water under and around the bridge. And added some more figures like on the rooftop, sort of running around and fighting each other, kind of like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon style. See, now that sounds a lot better than what it actually is. But yeah, so that, and what's the other Ninjago set I've got on display? Ninjago City. Yeah. In actual fact, around my Destiny's Bounty at the moment, I've got a couple of the smaller like bad guy vehicles from Lego Ninjago movie, but I'm going to be dismantling those soon. And then putting this baby next to the Destiny's Bounty. I hope, they stands up next to it. Let's see. What is my third favorite cheese? Very good question. Not my first, not even my second, but my third favorite. That's from Lego Maniac. Let's see. So my favorite is Red Leicester. Usually. Then I'd probably say, cheddar and mozzarella are both quite close for second. But I do like Parmesan. So yeah, they're my top four. I'm not sure about the ranking of the middle two, whether they've joint second or whether one of them is joint third. Ghostbuster Costello Corporation. Could Lego Ghostbusters return? I mean, I did a video on this, actually. I don't know if you've seen it. But there were loads of rumors, sort of end of last year, start of this year, tied into like the different merchandise that was going to come out for Ghostbusters Afterlife. Or I think at that point, it was still called Ghostbusters 2020. And they said there was going to be, the rumors were there was going to be Lego sets in that, in all the merchandise that was releasing. So I did a little sort of speculation video of what we could see, kind of based on what Ghostbusters Afterlife merchandise has been revealed so far. But I have, honestly, those rumors have just dried up completely. I mean, I've spoken to someone else who also heard similar rumors, and their source has said, oh, it's still coming. It's just been delayed, like the movie's been delayed as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to see Ghostbusters, Lego Ghostbusters return, because I'm a massive Ghostbusters fan. It's like my favorite movie of all time. Crazy Hamburger Production says, sorry if I'm very behind in the chat. Let's have a look. Hello, do you like Watchmen? Yeah, I like Watchmen. Both the graphic novel and I like the film in different ways. Let's see. My favorite Ninjago set is the Monastery of Spinjitzu. I've not seen that Blue Lightning film, so I can't think which one that is. Dark Shadow says, cut the Krago. Were you a fan of the Lego Agents line? Because it's actually, I'm guessing, your favorite non-licensed theme. I think that came out when I was kind of in my dark age, so I don't know a lot about it. I think is there a reference to that, or is it Alpha Agents there's a reference to? Am I missing some bricks here? Let's have a look. I've gone wrong somewhere here, I think. Yeah, I think in the Haunted House set, there's a reference to Alpha Agents. Is there one, two? I'm very confused here. What am I looking at? Oh, okay, I've got this now. Sorry about that. I'm getting all muddled up. Jim Blade is screen recording this. Be careful. Oh, dear. Let's see if I'm going to say this right. Bolo Popeye says, CTK, how is your day? My day is good. Jim Blade has now stopped recording. Okay. How's your day, Bolo Popeye? I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm sorry. What is my 66th favorite cheese? Edam. I don't know. I really wish the Shaun of the Dead set came out. It's my favorite movie, says Under the Bridge. Yeah, that would have been a cool set. I can see why, though. The film isn't by any means appropriate, though it would have been cool. I like that. I featured that in my top 10 Lego idea projects that didn't get approved. What I disagree with more of that was the fact that he approached Lego Ideas and was like, look, I know this is probably not going to be appropriate. Is it worth me even putting on the website, and trying to get support? And they were like, yeah, it's tastefully done. We like it. So he did, and he got support of even Simon Pegg himself. And then when he got 10,000, it came to review. They're like, yeah, it's not appropriate. It's like, well, why did you let him go through the whole thing of getting support? I just don't understand the mentality of that. Oops, that's not my camera. Apologize. Star Saber Prime case says, I hope to see Lego Transformers. Yeah, it's weird because I was like, that's never going to happen because Transformers is owned by a different toy company entirely, So it's like one of Lego's competitors. Is it Hasbro or... I think it's Hasbro. But they've done buildable Transformer figures. They've licensed it out to Creo. I don't think Hasbro own Creo. I might be wrong. That might be how they've got around it. But yeah, I mean, if it's not a case of them just doing it in house, they have licensed it to one brand. Like it might be a brand that swaps sides. Like the Turtles has gone back and forth, Mega Constructs to Lego to back to Mega Constructs again. Dark Shadow says, I would absolutely love more Ghostbusters sets. Me too. Crazy Hamburg Production says, I'm recreating the whole comic in Lego. Oh, okay, so the Watchmen comic then, I guess. Let's see. It's pronounced Bolo Po Poi, but you can call me Bolo. Okay, I'll call you Bolo, sorry. I'm Welsh. That's my excuse for mispronunciation, sorry. Did I ever get the Mega Bloks Pokemon set you were talking about in the video? No, I didn't. I've still remained Lego pure. Yeah, I haven't got that. I do like it though. The Mega Constructs Gyarados set. It is a good looking set. That's the kind of thing I would love to see from Lego. Is like the big Pokemon like Charizard, Gyarados, stuff like that, brick built rather than so lots of I guess with smaller ones they'd have to do new molds. Sorry if I missed out some questions. Just trying to catch up with the chat. How good was the scene in the third Pirates movie where the prisoners sing? Loved it. Says like a maniac. Yeah, that's a cool scene. It was a good opening. For me, the third movie is kind of like the weakest of the trilogy. Like, it starts in the second one that they tried making it out to be like it was all some big planned out trilogy when the first one wasn't. The first one was like a standalone swashbuckling adventure. But I still love the second one. I still think it's a fantastic movie. The third one I enjoy a lot, but it's almost like I think it takes itself too seriously. It thinks like it's Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's got Orlando Bloom in it, but just because you've got Orlando Bloom in a movie doesn't mean that it's Lord of the Rings, does it? But yeah, that was a very cool scene. I think, like, you know, especially how it ends, like, talking a bit dark now, but when they drop the floor underneath them and hang all those prisoners that are singing, and just to end the song, it's quite dark. What's your in the chat? What's your favorite opening to a Lego Pirates of the to a Pirates of the Caribbean movie? It could be a Lego Pirates of the Caribbean movie, cutscene from the game, maybe. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm trying to keep most of the build on camera, but this is going to be a big build, so some of it might end up going off screen. But it is still me building it, I promise you. Who else has manky-looking hands like this? Let's see what else we got in here. Hasbro owned Creo. Oh, okay then. That makes sense. So it's still kind of in-house then. Let's see. Britmaster Medrano says, "Evening, Gromit. You forgot the crackers. Not even Wensleydale." I don't know if you were talking to like about Wallace and Gromit, but there you go. You got a little free impression. When I saw the Mega Constructs or Mega Blocks Greninja set, I almost got it. I haven't seen that. The missus loves Greninja, so I probably have to keep that from her, otherwise we'll have invasion of Mega Blocks in this house. Mahan says, thoughts on Monkey Kids? I love Monkey Kid. I've actually just picked up a few of their sets, so you'll see those in an upcoming haul. I'm not sure if I'm going to review them yet because I'm sure there's like loads of reviews out there already. I'm pretty late to the party, but I don't know. If people want to hear my thoughts as well on them, I might post a video or two. I think there should be a second sword here. Oh, there you go. Keep your swords with your fish. That must be horrible. Can you imagine getting stabbed by a sword that smells of fish? What a horrible way to go. Let's see. Do I watch the channel Go Puffin? I don't know what that is, sorry. Starsail Prime K says the first movie. So that's your favourite Pirates of the Caribbean opening, is it? Mahan says never watched one, so what are you doing here? Oh, you supported me. Oh, yeah. Thomas McAllister says, if you can make a Lego set out of any license, what would you choose? See, someone asked me this, and I was going to do a Q&A video. I've done one already, but I was going to do an updated one and answer that, and I haven't got around to it, so I apologize. It might actually have even been you that asked me it. But the answer is, and I'll say it here, is Wallace and Gromit. A while back, after the whole Scott Pilgrim Lego Ideas fiasco, I did start building a Wallace and Gromit mock, and I was going to put that on Lego Ideas. And I just lost interest. It wasn't like, you know, some big thing where I was purposely sort of throwing my toys out the pram and going, I'm not going to do any Lego Ideas now because you didn't accept my Scott Pilgrim submission. It just, I don't know, I was really struggling. I kept trying to get on with it and keep building, but I just struggled. But I do want to go back to that. And I think there's so much scope for like a line of sets on Wallace and Gromit. I mean, is Wallace and Gromit quite popular in the States? I mean, I absolutely love Wallace and Gromit. I think it's timeless, but I don't know how popular it is worldwide. That would be the only thing I think might sort of stop it being a viable theme for Lego, because I know that that's probably one of the reasons why they didn't do the Lego Ideas Thunderbirds set, even though that would have been awesome. Let's see. Starseer Prime K says, "Cut the Craggle. What will you do when you run out of room for Lego?" I honestly don't know. I'm I'm arguably already there, and I've only been in this house a couple of years, so yeah. Jack Sparrow versus Casey Jones in combat. Who would win? Says Bolo. That would be an interesting fight, wouldn't it? That would really be an interesting fight. I honestly don't know. I think Jack Sparrow. Well, it depends. Oh, sorry, that was probably a bit loud. Are we talking Jack Sparrow from the first 3, maybe 4 movies? Are we talking like the parody of Jack Sparrow that was in the 5th movie? Because in that one, he was just a clown. But in the original movies, he was funny. People used to underestimate him, but he was a very good fighter. You know, that was kind of the thing. It was almost like he was almost playing into the character, and people would underestimate him. And actually, he was one of the best pirates there were. But I think Jack Sparrow would win. Interesting question. Ghostbusters Costello Corporation. I would love Lego the Real Ghostbusters. Me too. Blue Lightning Film says, "Do you like the movie Clutch Powers?" I haven't seen it. Well, actually, no, I have. I think I have, but I can't remember most of it. I remember bits of it. I know more of the character of Clutch Powers than I know the film itself. Like I know him, and I've got the minifig that they did in the Ninjago pack, and I know a lot of people weren't happy with how he was presented in that Ninjago episode or episodes. Brickhive, hello, stopping by for a few minutes to say hi and like the stream. Hope everyone is doing great. Thanks, Brickhive. Great for popping by. Appreciate that. Mahan says this is the last wave of Hidden Side. Corner. I don't think so. No, Hidden Side is doing well. It only seems to be people on the internet that keep on saying that it's doing poorly. You know, obviously, I haven't been to a Lego store since quarantine started, but when I was in there, they were, you know, I said, "Oh, is it selling well?" And they were like, "Yeah, you know, it's you know, coming off the shelves, like only second really to like Ninjago." So, Bricksloth says, "I want Welcome to Apocalypseburg, but I'm never going to be able to afford it." Yeah, I got mine, and I pay full retail. I was holding off, waiting for a deal, and I missed was it the Cyber Monday or Black Friday deal they had on Lego.com. So, and then after that, they retired the set. So I was like, well, I'm never going to get it now. But luckily, about a month or so later, I was in a toy store called Smith's we have here in the UK, and they had like 2 left. One box was damaged to heck, but the other one was okay. It had a bit of shelf wear, and they were charging retail for it. So, yeah. So with that, basically, I managed to pick that up. Biff versus Casey Jones in combat. Who win? Well, Biff from Back to the Future or Casey Jones would annihilate him. Come on. Do we have any mods in the chat? Yeah, we should do. Robin Hall. Hey there. Thanks for popping by. He says, Lego needs to make more classic movie sets, stuff based on older movies. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. The OG Jack Sparrow, yeah. The OG Jack Sparrow would win, definitely. Woodshop Teacher says, hello, Cut the Craggle. Hi, everybody. Thanks for popping by. Let's see. Sarah Starbricks, hey, thanks for popping by. We just finished streaming and wanted to come see your first live stream. How is it going so far? You'd have to ask the chat. It's probably terrible, but I don't know. We've just opened up bag 2. So, yeah. I don't know how long we've been streaming for. 40 minutes. Yeah, sorry about that. I probably would have built this faster normally because I would have sorted out the pieces, and obviously I wouldn't be talking to anyone, not even the missus. I'd be in the zone. She'd be saying something to me. I'd be like, no, she's not there. There's no one here. There's just me and Lego. But there's not. And I'm grateful for your company. I'm glad that you've all come and joined me to hang out. So thank you for that. Did I have a few spare pieces on this one that didn't go anywhere? I don't know. I'm looking at the picture and I can't see anything that I'm missing. So these are my spare pieces. Oh, wow. quality professional stream here, folks. Are these even in the set? Oh. Oh, I think I put those ones down. Let's have a look. Oh, do I have to rate it this part? Probably. No, I didn't. Oh, there you go. Ah, I bet you're loving this, aren't you? This disaster of a build. Let's see. Bolo says, on Hive Stream last night, we were talking about Lego ring a beatdown brought the Lego conventions and then with something. I think I read that wrong. I don't quite understand that. We're like, or were you sort of like thinking if they had like a different type of Lego beatdown? Oh. Galagade! Hi, Galagade. Great to see you here. It's not a stream. It's not a Lego YouTube stream without Galagade. So I'm really glad you dropped by. Thank you. Let's see. We are 40 minutes in. I'm actually being entertained, like really entertained. Oh, you're a good liar, Mahan. But thank you. Checks in the posts. Flattery will get you everywhere. Like, okay, now I think we're good. How is that? Can you see that much of that on camera? That's all right. These are two different colors. Like one looks reddish brown. One looks like dark brown. I don't know. It is an old set. Ideally, I mean, I before I started this, I never got used sets. I was always like, nope, only getting new sets, never used ones. But honestly, the price of these sets now, because they're retired and they're 9 years old, I've gone too far. Where have I gone? Where's bag 2? Help. There you go. Yeah, the price of these sets now is just redonkulous. It really is. Unfortunately, and one thing I did realize is that these sets, how much they cost in UK used, is how much they cost still sealed in America. But there's no point in buying them from America new, because by the time you pay the extortion of the shipping, which is usually like more than the item itself, and then when it gets here, you get charged custom fees and handling fees. It almost triples in price. So I had to sort of get I don't want to say what the expression is, but basically compromise my my morals or my principles and get this one used. And so far it all seems to be good quality. If there's any issues, I'll just give bad feedback. I checked the minifigs over first because they're the sort of exclusive parts. The rest of the stuff, I think, really you can mostly sort of get new parts if they weren't quite right or they looked a bit damaged. Let's see. Mario Master Drew says, hi, I just finished building the Lego Pirates London Escape. That's one of the sets I need to get. Yeah, because I want to try and get all the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean sets that they've done. Although I've kind of set my own rules on that because I'm thinking, well, it includes all the poly bags, but there's like a blister pack which has 5 minifigs in it, and they're all minifigs from other sets. And like once you open that, you can't really sort of close it back up. So do I want that? If I do, am I just going to keep it? For the sake of having it? And then there's the brickheads. I mean, I don't mind the Jack Sparrow brickhead, but I didn't really like the 5th film, so I don't really want a brickhead of Salazar. Although he looked cool. He did look cool. I like the actor. I just didn't like the film. Underbridge Brick says the cans look cool. They do look cool, although they're different colors. Mario Master Drew, do you think it would be better for me to buy the set without the minifigs? I would say this because I already have Gibbs, Will, Jack, and Davy Jones. I would just have to buy Macus and Bootstrap. Yeah, maybe if you've got the minifigs already. And you can easily get the other two. I mean, Davy Jones is the most expensive, I believe. Let's see. Oh, the Brick Patch says hello. Hello, Brick Patch. Captain Barbossa versus Vitruvius in combat. Vitruvius does not have a good track record of winning fights, though, does he? So I'd say Captain Barbossa. And here we go. Speaking of what we were on about earlier with bugger, what's going on here? Come on, there you go. There's the Davy Jones minifigure. Isn't that pretty? He's got the key there. And I was a bit sort of critical of this minifigure. I was like, oh, it's not as good as it could be before I actually had it, but it's a cool minifig. I can't put the hat back on now. There we go. I can see why it's so desirable. And then it only came into this set as well, I think. Is that a unique beard? Yeah, I believe so. The tentacle one. I hope Lego steals the rights away from Mega Bloks Pokemon, just how Mega took Team NT. Yeah, and then Mega Bloks took it back then, didn't they? And arguably have done better with it than Lego ever did, which is sad. I really think Lego should have made some sets for Turtles based on the old 80s, 90s cartoon, which is what Mega Constructs, or Mega Bloks, maybe you want to call them, what they've gone and done now. And I think they've had massive success with that. I think Lego are starting to realize that the nostalgia market is bigger than what they thought or would have admitted. Because they've done sets before, like the Back to the Future one, and then they didn't really do anything with the license. They did a bit of Dimensions, and they did the Brickheads. Ghostbusters, they did the Firehouse, and again, Brickheads and Dimensions, but that lot. Whereas you've got someone like Playmobil, who I think, like, I'm not a fan of Playmobil, but I take my hat off to them. What they've done with like both the Ghostbusters and Back to the Future licenses is fantastic. So yeah, it's a shame because people criticize you for being I don't know, loyal to Lego, but I do believe they put out a better quality brick or product than Mega Constructs or the rival brands. But at the same time, some of the set ideas or conceptions that they have in other brands make you think, can we just get that in Lego? I know there's a lot of Star Trek fans who want Lego US Enterprise because Mega Constructs have done one. These questions are getting really weird, Bolo. Heath Ledger Joker versus Jack Sparrow with grenades. Would Jack Sparrow even know what to do with grenades? I don't know. The difference between Lego and Mega Bloks is that Mega Bloks doesn't have a figure style, unlike Lego has a figure style. Yeah, I guess so. They do. I don't understand like how they make money sometimes, Mega Bloks, because they make so many different unique parts for sets that it's like, where's Lego? They do they do some unique parts per set, but it's like they've got a limit, a criteria of how many parts they can make, new parts or new molds or new sort of pieces in new colors per set, even like new how many prints they have. Whereas Mega Constructs just seem to go, yeah, just do a new piece for that, just do a new piece for that, and then never use them again. I mean, that's an uneducated opinion. That's what I've said just as an outsider looking in. Someone who's massively into Mega Bloks might go, actually, they do use this again on this part. But from the outside looking in, it does seem that, whereas Lego will think, okay, how can we do this with our existing pieces? And if we've got to make a new piece, how can we make it something that will be used again and again in different ways? Whereas Mega Constructs are like, we can't find a way to do the skill. New piece it. Will we ever use it again? No. What if you recreate a Mega Block set with Lego pieces? That is something I was thinking about doing, Mahan. I was really, really, really thinking about doing that. I was wondering how difficult it would be to basically make the Pokemon Gyarados set in Lego The issue is, as like I said, that there's a lot of parts of it that just don't exist in Lego. But then, could I find a way around that? It would be a good way of testing sort of my not Lego knowledge or my mock building knowledge, I guess. Optimus Prime versus Jack Sparrow. Optimus Prime, he just shoot him and he explode. Will we get a face reveal soon? Probably not. I mean, maybe, just not mine. Mario Master Drew, I'm getting the Silent Mary because it's the only ship I can afford. Wait, SpongeBob Flying Dutchman. Yeah, why have they... Well, I get these sets came out to coincide with the fourth movie on Stranger Tides. So we were kind of lucky that we got any sets based on the previous movies, really. But it annoys me that we didn't get a Flying Dutchman. Your Pirates Caribbean Flying Dutchman set, I mean, that's probably the reason why Jack is in this set as opposed to having his own ship. Oh, he's dropped the key. That is cool though how that clips in there. He's falling over. But yeah, I mean, is it my favorite ship in the franchise in the Pirates Caribbean movies? I don't know. It's definitely probably the Black Pearl is. Oops, but it's definitely one of my favorite ships. It is Davy Jones's Flying Dutchman. And it's in, how many films is it in? It's in Dead Man's Chest and World's End quite prominently. And yeah, it's in the opening prologue of Dead Man Tell No Tales. Or over here, they called it Salazar's Revenge, which doesn't sound much better. I don't like the fact that you have Dead Man's Chest and then Dead Men Tell No Tales. They're too similar. Although I get Dead Man Tell No Tales was a line that was said in the ride. But yeah, but Salazar's Revenge just sounds even more naff. Naff title for a naff movie. Let's see. Who will win in the fight, Mahan or Mahan? Who will win in the fight, Mahan or Mahan? The chicken guy from Family Guy. Yeah. I think Legalomaniac's got it right. Not sure, but I'm certain Mahan would lose. Definitely. Let's see. Sins of Man Production says, as much as I love Lego Star Wars, I sometimes wonder what Mega Constructs Clone Troopers would be like. Ooh. Oh. Everyone put your pitchforks down. He's just expressing an opinion. Gargate says, I'm just listening whilst advising my son making cupcakes. Oh, that sounds good. I like cupcakes. What kind of cupcakes are you making? Sasquatch Brick says, Wookiee versus Jack Sparrow. Any Wookiee in particular or just a general Wookiee? I'd probably say Jack Sparrow. Unless it was something like Chewbacca, maybe. Let's see. Jack Sparrow versus Sam Witwicky. Witwicky. Is that like the Shia LaBeouf's character from the Transformers movies? Yeah, Jack Sparrow. Sasquatch versus Jack Sparrow. What, you mean yourself, Sasquatch Bricks, or just a general Sasquatch? Mario Master Drew, I do think that the Silent Mary is a very cool ship despite the success of the movie. Yeah, I guess it's a cool ship. There are some cool moments in the film. I've kind of seesawed back and forth whether I like the Lego set or not. Let's see. Mahan needs a training montage. Agreed. Just plain vanilla cupcakes cut the Craggle. Okay, yeah. Still nice. And let's see. If Lego did a historically accurate ship, which would you like to be seen made? Oh, that's a good question. So that's from London Bridge Bricks. Ooh. I don't know a lot of sort of, historically accurate ships, but there's got to be a few that'd be quite cool. I mean, I can't believe have they done a Lego Titanic set yet? It would be massive. They won't be able to do it to minifigure scale, but I can imagine them making quite a cool set of the Lego Titanic. It'd be cool if you could open it up and have some kind of interior in it. You wouldn't be able to do everything, but if you did it maybe micro scale, I'm not a massive fan of microscale sets, so it's weird for me to say, but I think that could be quite a cool set to have like the Titanic, and then like the top part and the funnels come up, the chimneys funnels come off like modular style, and you've got like the staircase and stuff on there. I think that would be really good. Darth Vader versus Jack Sparrow. That would be a cool fight. The obvious money is on Darth Vader, but I don't know. Jack Sparrow might just somehow pull it off, mightn't he? You know, he's a sly bugger. He is. He's a sly old devil. Let's have a look. Can I do a bit more building? Let's see. Sarah Starbrick says, I would buy the heck out of a Lego Titanic set. Yeah, same. I think I would. That doesn't go there, does it? No. What am I doing? Sorry if I go over quite a set. I'm just falling a bit behind on the builds. I'm just going to try and put some bricks down because I think I've lost where I am. Can you see that? I don't know. Let's have a look. It's really odd. It's a bit disorientating when you're trying to look at the camera to see where you are with things, and it's like a mirror image. I don't know why that is, but So what historical accurate ships would other people in the chat like to see if Lego made into a set? Are there any that that you would like? London Bridge bricks? The woodshop teacher says the frigate Jolanda in Denmark, a famous ship. The Diamond Princess. If you know, you know. I don't know. Ghostbuster Custard Corporation says Peter Venkman versus Jack Sparrow. Oh, I don't know. Peter's more of a con artist than a fighter. I mean, Jack Sparrow's a con artist as well, but he can fight, or he could in the original few movies. That's a good question. I mean, he has got an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back, so they've proven to be quite lethal. Craggle's grown extra hands. Oh, did Mrs. cut the Craggle's hands show on camera then? Oops. Yeah, she's helping me a little bit because I'm struggling to sort through these pieces. Let's have a look. Anyways, I gotta go a bit. Love your channel, man. I will continue to support. Thanks, Mario Master Drew. Appreciate that. The Endeavor would be a badass build, says Kai Lucas. Brickslaw says, I would like an aircraft carrier set. Yeah. I don't know if they would actually do something like that, though. I know like that's the kind of thing you get through Brickmania. If you're interested in kind of like, modern sort of like war vehicles, Lego builds, you want to check out my friend Shy Time is My Time's channel. He's got loads of stuff on there, and he's a vet as well, so he knows what he's talking about, and he's a really nice guy. So please do check out his channel well, check out his channel anyway, because he's really cool and he does awesome vlogs. Hi Ryan, M&R Productions is here. I'll take that set off your hands. Yeah, I know, because you want to collect these sets as well. But you have the advantage of being in the US, where the price you pay for a sealed version of this is the same price I pay for a used one. So, but yeah, these are great sets. Let's see. The woodshop teacher, well, it's time to prepare for work. See you all another time. Thanks for stopping by. Can't speak. Woodshop teacher, appreciate that. Let's see. It was where COVID-19 spread like wildfire on. I'd be nice if they made that. I don't know. Oh, it was the ship where COVID-19 spread like wildfire on. It'd be nice if they made that and donated the cause for the COVID-19 cure. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Oh wow, we've actually got a donation from Kai Lucas for $1.99. You should do a video on the Pirates of the Caribbean's Lego Ideas sets. There's Pirates of the Caribbean Lego Ideas sets, so I didn't know there was any. Or is there like a submissions as people have put them on there now? Because I know there's the checker now. Happened after I tried to submit my Scott Pilgrim. I think it was a couple months later that they included a thing where you can check and see if certain IPs, franchises, licenses are allowed on Lego Ideas. And some people were checking for like old themes on there, and some were available, as if you could submit an idea for that. So yeah, I guess maybe Pirates of the Caribbean's are on there. Do the cannons fire? Yeah, I believe they do. Let's have a look. Should we fire one off? Let's see. Oh dear. Oh wow. Told you this was going to be a professional stream. Wow. Just an hour into it and it's already fallen apart. Right, okay. Let's see. This is either going to be really cool or fail spectacularly. That was really not worth the hype, was it? Let's try again. Let's see. It kind of dribbles it out rather than fires it, but yeah, okay. Right. Let's put all these back in now. Wow. Where'd the other one go? Should be 4 in there. I think that's the one I fired has just gone missing. That's your fault. John Alexander asked me if they fire. Star, what's it? What's that say? Oh, it's just moved. How embarrassing. My phone just went off. Star Saber Prime K rather says it's over Mega Blocks. I have the high ground. Mega Blocks, you underestimate my power. Mega pulls out Pokemon. Lego pulls out Star Wars and Mario. Yeah. Ghostbuster Costal Corporation, a Lego UCS Proton Pack. That would be cool. Who's messaging me right now on here? Let's have a look. I thought I turned off notifications on here. There we go. Yeah, and if you heard that, that was Sega, because I like Sega. Something with Nelson would be cool. Yeah. Bolo says, what is the worst Pirates of the Caribbean character? Oh, that's a good question. There's been a couple of stinkers, isn't there? I mean, again, I'm a fan of the franchise, but there really have been some... I don't want to say Elizabeth Swann because I really liked her in the first movie. I mean, I even didn't mind her that much in the second one. By the third movie, I hated her guts. That sounds really harsh. Oops, sorry. I just found the other cannon. I didn't really like the character that was in Dead Man Tell No Tales, Barbossa's daughter. Was it Katrina? The missus is telling me it's Angelica, but no, that was Penelope Cruz's character in the fourth movie. That was Blackbeard's daughter. Let's see. Have fun building at the cargo. Got to go get the sun ready for bed. Thanks, Gargade. Thanks for popping by. Now I know this is a proper stream now because you've been in here. Lego Meet the Minix seems to be a bunch of Pirates of the Caribbean Lego idea submissions. Port Royal, Blacksmith, Rooftop Jewel, Tide Alarma Shack, The Endeavour, Flying Dutchman, and the Maelstrom Jewel. Oh, that'd be cool. Definitely would like to have a Flying Dutchman set. Indiana Jones versus Jack Sparrow, says Sasquatch Bricks. Oh, now that would be a great fight because they've got similar kind of styles. Although Indy's more a brawler, but they kind of both sort of just fluke their way through everything, don't they? Although I kind of sometimes feel like Jack Sparrow does have a plan, especially like in number 4 when he's in front of the King George. Whereas Indy, I think he definitely sort of makes up. He even says, "Oh, I'm making this up as I go along." Let's see. What is my best Sonic game that I own? Says Bolo. Oh dear me. Loads. I mean, I love Sonic Mania at the moment. At the moment, I've not since it came out. I really want them to do a another Sonic Mania 2. Cool message chime, yeah. Old school gamer, yep. Did I get any Hero Factory sets? No. Again, I think I was doing my Dark Age. I didn't get any Bionicle or Hero Factory, I'm sorry to say. Family Bricks is here. Matt the Elder. Good day, Craggle. Good day to you. I've gone 200 American for my birthday, and what should I buy? London. Oh, okay, that's not London. What should I buy? London Bridge Brick recommended some, but I want more options. Well, what kind of themes and sets do you like? Weapon Destroyer. It's a bit of an open question. Some Lord of the Rings sets would be cool, so they are really expensive these days. Yeah, I agree. They're ridiculously expensive now. Lego Luminium. The worst Pirates of the Caribbean character is Jack Sparrow and Dead Man Tell No Tales. What a fall from grace. Yeah. He's a parody of himself in that film, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, it's Karina. I was close. I said Katrina. Katrina. You know, you were saying to me it's Angelica, and I was like, no, it's not. No, it's not. No. Right then, let's see. Frodo versus Jack Sparrow. Does Frodo have the one ring? Because he could just like run away. Put it on. I've missed something here, haven't I? I know I have. Yeah, I missed this bit. Sir Starbricks, we are going to eat dinner and watch some Adventure Time. Have fun building the rest. Cut the Craggle. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. Great to have you come on my stream. Cut the Craggle versus Jack. Come on. What do you think? Who would win between me and Jack Sparrow? And more importantly, are we talking OG Jack Sparrow or are we talking Dead Man Tell No Tales Jack Sparrow? That is the question. Ghostbuster Costello Corporation. I'm currently building the 2014 Lego Ideas Ecto 1. Yep. That's a great set. I love that set. So much so I've done 3 versions of it. I've got the Lego Ideas, the actual set as it comes out of the box. I've also customized and done my own Ecto 1A from Ghostbusters 2. And I've also done the... what's it called? I've forgotten the name of it now. You know, the black caddy, how it comes at the start. Not the start, but, you know, when they first get there. And he pulls up outside the firehouse and tells Venkman all the stuff that's wrong with it and how much it cost. I think we've got some of the wrong bricks here. Oh, okay. No, I'm blind. She's getting me back now for the Karina Angelica bit. OG Jack. Oh, I'd like to say me because it's me. I don't want to say that I'd lose, but I'd probably lose to OG Jack. I think most people would, in all fairness. Let's see. Victoria Lap says, I just checked out those Pirates of the Caribbean's idea sets and they are amazing. I'm going to have to check those out. Especially because I would love Davy Jones's Flying Dutchman. I wonder how the Maelstrom Duel would be a set, though, because it's essentially like 2 ships and a whirlpool. Mahan, do you want to be a mod on my channel? Since you're a mod on pretty much everything else. Morgan says, are you going to pick up the Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship? I'm not sure. I do like it. And it's one of those, I think everyone said this, but it's one of those pirates. One of the few 3-in-1 Creator sets that the other builds on there do look quite good. Because normally you get one main build, which is on the front of the box, which looks fantastic. Then you get one that's, yeah, okay. then you get one that's just an eyesore. Whereas on this one, I don't think any of them look bad. I'm trying to picture which one, because one of them reminds me a little bit of Goonies. So, and I love the Goonies. We need more Lego Goonies. I loved the Dimensions pack they had. That was so much fun. But it's a shame that we only got one minifigure, just of Sloth. That was a great minifig, though, to be fair. But yeah, there was a Lego Ideas Goonies set for, funny enough, a pirate ship, for One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship. And again, didn't get approved. Don't know why. It would have sold. They've proven that there's a massive market for it, but in particular 80s nostalgia. And I think as we go on now, even 90s nostalgia is coming in now. So let's see. I've kind of lost a little bit. Sorry, I'm just going back in the chat. The 10th Doctor without the sonic screwdriver versus Jack Sparrow. I'd say 10th Doctor. He's seen it all. London Bridge Brick says, cut the Craggle. What did you think of the Lego Ideas Sonic the Hedgehog that made it to 10k support recently? Would you buy it? Yes, I would. I actually supported it. And I give it a shout out on 2 of my videos. Yeah, I thought it was great. Because it was based on Sonic Mania, which was the game I was talking about earlier, which goes back to the old 16-bit Mega Drive, or if you're in the US, Genesis games for Sonic. So yeah, I would love that set. My Jack Sparrow will have to sail around in the crater ship until I can afford the Pearl or Queen Anne's Revenge, says Morgan. Yeah, the Queen Anne's Revenge goes for a lot of money, and it's... I mean, so far, I've not come across one of these Pirates of the Caribbean sets that has stickers, but I know the Queen Anne's Revenge does. And I can't be dealing with someone else's sticker placement. I hate stickers as it is. The only thing I hate more or equal to, no, probably more than stickers, is having the idea of having a set where someone else has put the stickers on. You know, and they're all mucky or wonky or whatever. Let's see. For how many dollars you bought it? I didn't pay any dollars for this. I paid Great British pounds for this set. I've forgotten how much it was. So, well, the miss is actually just looking at the Flying Dutchman Lego Ideas set now on her computer. That looks awesome. Wow. Yeah, if you haven't already, go and check out ZK is the person who submitted it. The Flying Dutchman is currently at 3,332 supporters, and it looks beautiful. But do it in a new tab. Don't leave me. I need you. Don't leave me on my own, okay? You don't know what this woman is capable of. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to keep on adjusting this. I don't know how much you can actually see of the build. I'm really sorry about that. Did I see Just Too Good's idea sets? No, I haven't. Has he submitted something to Lego Ideas then? I didn't think he did mock building. Woody versus Jack Sparrow. Woody the toy from Toy Story. Oh, man. Flashbacks is to the Z box. Yeah. Oh, man. My very first Instagram story when I first set up Cut the Crag on Instagram was me flipping out about how many stickers were in a set. I wish I had posted that on something that was more permanent, because, like, with stories, I think they're 24 hours and they go. And, yeah. it was something. Yeah. That's all I'll say on that. Stickers. What if someone else had expertly applied it? Could you deal with it then, Craggle? I don't know. I mean, some stickers that are in really hard to get places, I will give to the missus because she's got little dainty hands. Seriously, she has. You might have saw them earlier. Tell you what, if you want to see how small my missus' hands are, this is my. Can you see it? Well, where am I? That's my little finger. No, this is weird reverse. That's my little finger. You all right? Hello, I'm Cut the Crow's little finger. This is her big finger. They're the same size. She has tiny hands. So sometimes I have to have her put the stickers on if I can't get into like a particular place. But someone I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I should look at the Endeavour on ideas as well. Yeah, I probably will do later. Cut the Craggle. What Pokemon games have you played? I've played Red and Blue, although my one I had when I was growing up was Pokemon Yellow, because my birthday was after kind of like the whole Pokemon craze, a few months after when it hits in the UK at the time. So all my mates got Red and Blue, but I had to wait because it was on my birthday list. And in between that and what have I done here? Messed that up. There you go. My birthday, Yellow came out, and at the time I really liked the cartoon. And what appealed to me most was in Yellow, you get all three of the starter Pokemon. You get Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle. And a lot of my friends had got the game and just, as you was a kid, just played through it, gone out like a battle of hell. And now they were trying to complete their Pokedex and try and convince each other to restart their, the game so they could get the starter Pokemon. Problem is to trade. On the old Game Boys, using the old cables, you had to save your game. And the old cartridges only allowed one game save per cartridge. So, basically, you would lose all your progress. So they were all like, flipping out and losing their cool about trying to complete their Pokedex and not lose their progress. And there's me, with all three of the star Pokemon through the main story. I also played, I think I played Gold of the second gen. I've played Heart Gold as well. I've played the one, what was the one with Rayquaza and Kyogre? I can't remember.
Emerald and Sapphire?
Emerald and Sapphire. That's the verdict from Mrs. Cut the Craggle. Can I call you that, Mrs. Cut the Craggle? We're not married yet, technically, are we? So, Mrs. Cut the Craggle in training. I'm training her. Let's see. Man says, "How do I not know that your hands are reversed? I don't know whose is which hand." Well, hopefully, my hand's a bit hairier. And also, she's got an engagement ring on hers and nail varnish. I mean, I guess it could be me wearing the nail varnish, but then you know about the hours of a Miltank. Refresh my memory about that. I remember Gold and Silver, the first ones about like Pokemon breeding, and they're the first ones to have like night and day. But I can't remember about Miltank. I know he did come in the second gen. But I can't remember about the hours. Sorry, I'm an old man now. My memory's not what it once was. Right, bear with me a moment. I'm just going to try and do something that's probably going to end up breaking the whole stream, but there we go. Whoa. This is weird. Reversed. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's better. So this is how it's looking like so far. It's starting to look a bit like a pirate ship now, isn't it? With like a balcony out back. Oh, Davy Jones is face planted. Yeah. What do we think so far? Oh, man. I hope we didn't accidentally get a crotch shot then. All right. Never skip finger day. Yeah. Let's see. Solo versus Brixo in combat. Or you mean Solo Brick Builder versus Brixo Studios? I don't know. I mean, the obvious money again would be on Solo because he's older. I believe he's bigger than Brixo, but I don't know what kind of training Brixo's had. For all I know, he could be like a black belt in Krav Maga or something, you know? You have black belts in that? I don't know. And likewise, I don't know how much of a wuss Solo Brick Builder is. I say that as jest. I'm sure he's not a wuss. Probably. Anakin Skywalker versus Darth Vader. I'll let you in on a little secret. They're the same person. What's that? It's a bit of fluff just flown in through the window. I've got the window open because it's absolutely boiling here. What's like where everyone else is? I mean, it's technically officially not summer yet in the UK, though it feels like it. And I'll bet you then when it is officially summer, it will be awful weather. I always remember being in school and like the last couple of months of school, we used to be in these classrooms that had massive like windows that almost went down to the floor. They were like about 2 feet up from the ground. And you used to just absolutely bake. And the teachers used to sit at the back of the classroom in the shade. They used to have drinks. We weren't allowed drinks in class. And they'd be absolutely fine. They have a fan on their desk. And we'd be there like in our school uniforms, which completely weren't designed to be worn in the summer, dying. Probably getting skin cancer from the sun's rays coming through those massive windows. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's just a couple of months until summer. Summer comes round. School holidays come round, and what does it do in Wales? It tips it down. 6 weeks of non-stop rain, and then, you know, just to add insult to injury, what would always happen is the first 2 weeks in September, when you're back to school, it'd be absolutely beautiful again. Yep. I'm not bitter or resentful about that at all. You know, I've got over it, honestly. Maybe. Spoilers for a 40-year-old movie. Yeah. Does everyone remember when they first found out that Darth Vader was Luke's dad? It's one of those things now. That's such a part of the modern zeitgeist or pop culture that it's almost like even people who've never watched the films or know nothing about Star Wars know. Just on a quick look at the chat. Sorry if I've missed something. Just going to quick look now. Ace Ventura versus Jack Sparrow. Bolo, you've got so many of these. Are you doing like a league table or something? Jay Cliff says, yeah, math is really worth third-degree burns. Yeah. Christian Bro says, hello. Morgan says, are you a football fan? Who is your favourite team? I presume you mean, you know, UK football, since I'm in the UK, like what they call it in the States, soccer. Is that a good American accent? I don't know. The right one. Yeah, it is. And no, I'm not into football. So I don't really have a favorite team, sorry. Sorry to disappoint. If that does disappoint you, might not do. I'm trying to get this in a place where you can actually see what I'm building, because let's face it, the audio for this stream is not very entertaining, is it? Oh, why is it gotta be mirrored? I'm one of those people who can't like shave in the mirror. I have to just like, I don't shave anyway because I have a beard, but do you know like when you're trying to do something in the mirror and it's just so awkward because it's reversed? I can reverse a car fine. I get that easily. I get cars. I get driving. I just, my own hand-eye coordination with myself I don't get, I guess. Like a puppy looking at itself in the mirror. What is that? Who is this imposter? School uniform. Here's a shirt. Here's a coat. Here's a tie. Maybe a bow tie. Here's a belt. Here's a gun holder. Here's a cowboy hat. Here's some pads. Here's a ball and chain. Here's sunglasses. What school did you go to, man? That does not sound like a proper school uniform. Maybe I'm in the minority, but yeah. That does not sound like something they would wear at my school. Who's Donut Lord? I actually don't know who Donut Lord is. Is that, always say, is that the one off The Simpsons? I don't know. I haven't watched Simpsons in years. I'm really struggling here now because this manual, and that's what happens when the thing gets bigger. Can I do this? Let's see if I move this back. I hope it doesn't fall out of the desk. Oh, bear with me. This could end in disaster. This likely will end in disaster. This most certainly will end in disaster. I forgot to ask. I was going to ask when we first started streaming, but an hour and 25 into it, and I've completely forgotten about asking you all. How is the quality of the audio? Is it okay? Can you hear me all right? Donut Lord in the Sonic movie. I haven't watched the Sonic movie. Donut Lord in the Sonic movie. I'm getting annoyed with myself now. Like, Donut Lord in the Sonic movie. What? How do I not remember this? I forgot to say about the Mando helmet. What about the Mando helmet? Donut Lord's... Oh, of course! Yes! Oh, duh! Krago, are you even awake? Hello? Yeah, Donut Lord is what he calls... Oh man, I forgot his name now. Yeah. Tom. Yeah, that's what he calls Tom. Yeah. It's what Sonic calls the cop. Yeah, the Donut Lord, because he talks to the donuts when he's reciting his speech. Wow, I was actually thinking of some sort of character like that is actually a Lord of Donuts. I mean, I guess everyone's a Lord of their own donuts, maybe, you know? Doesn't quite have the same ring to it as Lord of the Rings does, but you've got to take what you're given, haven't you? I've messed this up again. Let's see. Lego Productions says, "Hi, Cut the Craggle. Hi, Lego Productions." Let's see. You had a cowboy hat as part of your school uniform, Han. I'm a little bit jealous now. Oh, I do own a fedora. That's right. I have both an epic beard and a fedora. I think I just win a life now, don't I? Or do I fail? I don't know. There's a fine line between the two. Gandalf versus Darth Vader. Yeah, good question. Although saying that, is it actually in the theatrical cut? But Gandalf does lose. Gandalf the White. Well, that's a point. Yeah, Gandalf the White or Gandalf the Grey, because Gandalf the White does lose to the Witch King. That's why he's not got his... I know, it's not in the theatrical cut. It was in the trailer. The start of the confrontation, they cut it out of the theatrical cut. But he is missing his staff later on in the Battle of Minas Tirith. And there's no explanation in the theatrical cut, but it's because he lost the battle against the Witch King. And Gandalf, of course, the Grey, lost to the Balrog. He died, but he got better. Gandalf the Grey gets slaughtered. Oh, dropping pieces on the floor now. And this is... Well, we'll alternate. Wait a sec, let's get this sorted because this is daft. My camera is all wobbly now. Sorry about this. There we go. Do you think that looks like Orlando Bloom? A little bit. I like the hairpiece they use for him. This is technically my second. Oh, what have they done? They've jammed his hand around the neck attachment. Oh man. I'm gonna have to sort that out. Yeah, this is my second Will Turner minifigure because there was also one that came in the Cannibal Escape. There's a review of that applying. Why have they done this? Oh man, the humanity of it all. Right, okay. Here's not the camera again. So sadly, this is the exact same minifig. They only did one Will Turner. Well, yeah, they did one Will Turner. Dirt bike just went flying past. And he appeared in 3 sets. They only did one Elizabeth Turner. Well, Elizabeth Swan. She becomes Elizabeth Turner. And she was in the Island of Murder set, which is weird because she was a main character in the first 3 films. Arguably, in the first 3 films, Jack Sparrow isn't even the main character. It's all about Will and Elizabeth. He's kind of like, not a sidekick, but he's like he's a side character, isn't he, really? But is it 8 p.m. in the UK right now? It is 8:30 p.m. Oh, my hands beat me to it. Leopard Destroyer says, I am almost done with the Stranger Things set. Wow, you're beating me. Did you start when I started this set, or were you already partway through? Leopard Destroyer says, bye. Bye, Leopard Destroyer. Thanks for popping by. Hunk of Junk Productions. Sorry about that. I gotta go. Thanks for giving me something to watch for a while. Thank you for dropping by. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. That's great. I'm going to go a quick look back for the chat. I'm sorry if I've missed stuff. Mahan versus BFAB. Oh, don't make me choose. That's like saying which one of your children is the favorite. Oh, man. Bolo says, see ya, hunk, which I know is just short for Hunk of Junk Productions, but it's like she's flirting with Hunk of Junk Productions. Like, see ya, hunk. Catch you later, big boy. Not made for kids. Let's see. So we're actually on to bag 3 now. I haven't been showing you. I mean, let's put this up. Ugh. How's that? So we're on bag 3 now. Man, this is a really poor setup, isn't it? I'll get better. I really will. I hope. Maybe. Maybe not. So we're on to the balcony bit now. It's kind of like a balcony, isn't it? If a estate agent told you that was a balcony and you were buying an apartment, would you buy it? Let's see. Leopard Destroyer says, I started on the 23rd. It was a birthday present. That's a great birthday present. Yeah. And it is a big set, so I can see why he's taking you a couple of days. Although I did mine all in one day, and I did it the day after driving to London and back in one night for the launch of the set. So by the end of it, I was a bit crazy. I did sleep in between. I came home, slept, woke up. I can't... Even if I go to bed at stupid times, I normally wake up no more than like an hour and a half, absolute most, than I normally do. So we got in, I think, about 5-ish, like almost 6 o'clock.
About 6.
About 6, okay. After traveling back from London, we traveled up there within the same day without sleeping. And then I was up then about 9. These are the wrong way around. So yeah, and I was like, what can I do? Well, I've got a Lego set. Let's build it. I am back. I just put popcorn in the microwave. Ooh, nice. I'm going to use a brick separator for this.
Yes.
Cut the Krago. You know there was going to be a Davy Jones Flying Dutchman. What, the set? Was there? What, did they cancel it, or? Someone earlier on directed us to Lego Ideas because of the project of one on there. It was cancelled. Oh, okay. Let's see. So does anyone know what RWBY is? No, I don't know what that is. The missus is going to Google it for us. Stand by for more information. Or if you know in the chat, let us know. I haven't got a clue what it is.
Apparently, it's an American anime-style web series, and it's pronounced Ruby.
Did you hear that? It's apparently an American anime-style series, and it's pronounced Ruby. I really want to build a Mortis mock in the style of Stranger Things set. Mortis. I feel like I should know what that is. I don't know.
One of the Sith planets.
Is it what?
One of the Sith planets.
The Sith planet? What, like, I don't know. So does anyone in the chat, does anyone else own this set? Did anyone get it when it came out? Have you built it? Do you still have it built? Have you had kebabs? Yes, I've had kebabs. Not right now, not today. But yeah, I've had kebabs. Do you mean like a barbecue kebab or a doner kebab? I think doner kebab in America is called shawarma. They have it at the end of the Avengers. Rank the Pirates of the Caribbean films, says Morgan. So I go back and forth on which is my favorite, number 1 or number 2. So Curse the Black Pearl or Dead Man's Chest. The reason being is I do think Dead Man's Chest is like the start of when the wheels began to come off, but on its own as a film, it is my favorite. So I'd probably go Dead Man's Chest, Curse the Black Pearl, and I know everyone hates it, and I know it is a flawed film, but I do love then On Stranger Tides because I love Blackbeard. There's lots of cool stuff in that. And then I'd say it would be At World's End, probably. It's a good film, but it's massively overlong, takes itself far too seriously at times. Jack Sparrow shows signs of becoming a little bit of a parody. Still cool, though. And then last, like, there's a massive, massive long gap, and then it's Dead Man Tell No Tales. Bolo says, Sally, I don't have that set. Do you have any other of the Pirates of the Caribbean sets then? Star Saber Prime K says, Iron Man versus Optimus Prime. Ooh, that would be a good fight. That really would. There's obviously a massive size difference, but I can see them. Like, I don't think there'd be like a massive power difference between the two of them. I'd probably say Iron Man in the end, just because of the sheer variety of different weapons he has. But yeah, that would be a good fight. Leopard Destroyer says, barbecue kebab. I had kebabs today. That is why I am asking. Awesome. What did you have on your kebabs? Mortis is the Force planet from the... Of course it is. Yeah, it's not the Sith planet. It's the one where they have like the father, the daughter, and the brother. It was like the first one that Sam Witwer did a voice of, and then they brought him back then as Darth Maul. See, I know... I'm working my way through the Clone Wars, and I've watched that arc. That was quite cool. I like that. That was really good. I like the design of the brother as well. Have we got a minifig of him? That would be cool. Yeah, the Clone Wars is a funny thing because I've always been a massive Star Wars fan. I've not really had a Star Wars Dark Age, but it did kind of go on the back burner. You know, it was always there, but I didn't keep up with it after Revenge of the Sith, really. For a longest time, I only sort of dabbled in Star Wars. And Clone Wars, I did go and see the Clone Wars when it came out in the cinema. The film they did, which obviously wasn't meant to be a film. It was actually like, was it 3 or 4 episodes put together? And they weren't even like the first ones in the series. It was like an arc midway through season 1. And I hated it. I absolutely hated it. I remember being in the cinema being absolutely disgusted with it. So after that, I just didn't bother with Clone Wars. Then after I went to Star Wars Celebration in Orlando in 2017, I think it was, I met Sam Witwer. Now, I met Sam Witwer because I'm a big fan of The Force Unleashed. Can you still see me building them? I'm just going to check the camera because... Yeah, I love The Force Unleashed video game. So I wanted to meet him because of that. and obviously he voiced Darth Maul. I was aware Darth Maul came back in the Clone Wars. It was pretty hard to avoid that when you're going to like a Star Wars convention. I think I knew it anyway beforehand. And I talked to him about like the Force Unleashed and how I was gutted it wasn't canon anymore. And he talked to me about Clone Wars. And he said that you watched it, and I was honest. I said I tried getting into it with the film. I just didn't like it. And he explained it, to me that what it wasn't meant to be a film, and that he basically asked me to give it another chance. So I said that I would, and I did. But like sorry, after I downloaded a few episodes and I started watching it, but I enjoyed it. But I was watching it in the order they were released, which I know probably most people did, but it really isn't the best way. And I go as far as like the Jar Jar episodes, and I was like, I'm out. And I didn't. I kind of said like I'd come back to it, and I kept meaning to. And I kept looking at the DVDs and the Blu-rays to see what happened. See how much they were going for, so I could get back into it, but never did. And then when Disney Plus was announced, I was just like, oh wait. So what I've been doing since getting Disney Plus is just working my way through the Clone Wars cartoon, and I'm loving it. But what we're doing is we're going through it in chronicle order, and it's so much better than when I tried watching it before. Like, just I think like the characters, the Domino Squad, like their first episode was like rookies in terms of what was released, and then they went back and did recruits, which showed them how they passed training. I watched it in order, and honestly, it was really good because you start to connect more with the characters, and you see stories unfold in a better fashion when you watch it in order that it takes place in, as opposed to I even while they were released in a weird order. But please, no spoilers for the last season of Clone Wars. I'm really looking forward to getting to that point. But I'm currently on the start of season 5. Let's see. Cut the Crackle. I don't have any Pirates of the Caribbean sets, Bolo says. Oh, okay. Starsayer Prime K says, what season are you on? I'm on season 5. I wasn't crying, but it was insane and ridiculously sad. Oh, I hope you're talking about the... I guess not hope. I guess you're talking about the Clone Wars ending. Don't tell me what happens. I'm avoiding the spoilers. Like the coronavirus. Watch this stream get taken down now. Spoiler, Anakin dies. Right. Where's my mod? Ban Bolo. Well, that's got a bit of a nick on it. Oh. So what have people been doing since this lockdown started? Are there any new series that you've got into that you were meaning to get into? Like I've wanted to get into Clone Wars for the longest time, and then Disney Plus, man, they timed that right in the UK. It came out just as lockdown started, so they must have made a killing on that. Not that I'm saying Disney caused the virus, but they definitely have done well out of it now with Disney Plus releasing when it did in the UK. But have any of you taken the opportunity to do something that you previously didn't think you had the time for or didn't get round to? No, but I'm not being serious. Don't worry. I know. It's okay. Do not apologize. I know you were joking. You're getting into the Netflix Transformer show. There's a Netflix Transformer show. How have I not known about that? I'm guessing it's a newer one than the old cartoon. I am beeping every spoiler out using the... Okay. They're weird. Oh! Do you know what? I don't think I ever knew that these ones did that. Okay, I'm having too much fun playing with that. Let's see. Funny thing, I have not watched Stranger Things, so I'll watch it after I finish the Stranger Things set. Wow! Oh, wow, Weapon Destroyer. Definitely do. I love Stranger Things. I'm ashamed that it took me as long as it did to get into it, because I knew that I was going to like it. Like, I know I knew that I would like it because like anything I heard about it, not spoilers, but just like how it's set in the 80s, it plays homage to Steven Spielberg, Stephen King. It's got elements of the Goonies and stuff in there. I knew that I was going to enjoy it, and I just didn't get round to it. I just kept on putting it off, and I think I swear I muted you. What is going on? Sorry about that. Yeah, with Stranger Things, I just didn't get around to it, and there's no sort of real excuse for it. I had Netflix. Crying out loud. My phone does not like muting stuff on here, apparently. There we go. I think part of the reason why I didn't get around to Stranger Things sooner is that I mistakenly thought that like each series was 20 odd episodes, like a regular American TV series. And I in my head as well, I thought that it was going to be like X-Files, maybe just set in one town, and it was going to be like different strange things that happened each week, or maybe there might be a two-parter, but generally it would be like a new sort of phenomenon or menace or whatever each week, each episode. And then I heard all the rumors about the Lego Stranger Things set, and I was like, I need to get on this. I need to finally watch this episode, or watch the series. So I sat down one day. The missus was asleep. She was on a lay on in, and I was bored. And I put on the first episode, and I was hooked. And then I told Mrs. Cut the Craggle about it, and she wanted to watch it with me. So we went back, and she caught up on like the 2 or 3 episodes that I had watched, and we were both hooked. And then the set got confirmed, and they announced they were doing the. How am I putting that down? I don't know. How are we looking? Is that okay? Can you see that? This is obviously going to be the captain's quarters. Yeah, so they confirmed they were doing the set, and they announced they were going to be doing a midnight launch in Leicester Square in London. And I was like, I need to go there. I need to be a part of this. I put a post out on the community tab to say, like, should I go and should I film it? Everyone was just like, yeah, why are you even asking? So at that point, when we were almost near the end of series 1, so we pretty much just binged season 2 just to be in time then, because season 3 wasn't out at this point. Yeah, and absolutely loved it. And we've just rewatched seasons 1 to 3 recently as well, and I loved it. I loved it again. I call Stranger Things, should I stay or should I go? Let's see. Someone put, I wish the author good luck and assemble such a rare set. It's a great honor, although I don't understand anything. It's interesting for me to watch the process. Screens from Russia. Oh, thank you. I can't pronounce your name, and you probably don't understand that I'm saying your message, but thank you. Pennywise versus Count Dooku. Bolo, wow. Where are you drawing these up from? You've got quite the imagination. Pennywise versus Count Dooku. Wow.
Pennywise because he's creepy.
Pennywise because he's creepy?
Yes.
So what? Creep automatically means that you win?
He
is creepy. Well, I guess there's some questions here. Are we talking like Pennywise, like Tim Curry Pennywise, or are we talking the new one?
The new one. The new one. Yeah.
Sorry, just on a bit of a drink there. I want to say Count Dooku. One thing I have noticed, and this is going to be a massively controversial opinion, but Count Dooku in the Clone Wars cartoon show is not as good as he was in the film. I don't mind him until I remember how he is in the film. Like, I'm watching the show and Count Dooku's fine, and then I remember how he was when Christopher Lee played him in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. I'm like, yeah, he's not as cool. Because he's just like, he's got one expression. He's got one, like, frame of mind. Not frame of mind. One mood. He's just always peed off. He's just always really annoyed. He's always just annoyed in the Clone Wars all the time. He never smiles. Whereas you watch Attack of the Clones and there's like, Christopher Lee was such a charismatic actor. And when he plays Count Dooku, because before, there's something I think a lot of people forget. When Attack of the Clones come out, we didn't know Count Dooku was a Sith Lord. A lot of people say, oh yeah, it's obvious now. But all the material was like, he's a rogue Jedi, who thinks the Republic has lost his way. He had quite legitimate concerns because having watched The Phantom Menace, we all knew now that Palpatine was in charge, and we knew what Palpatine become in Revenge of the Sith, even if somehow you didn't connect the dots that he was Darth Sidious. But Dooku, when he has Obi-Wan captured in Attack of the Clones, and he has him like hung up with those force fields, he tells him the truth. I missed a bit here. No, I haven't. Okay. He says that the Senate has become under the control of a Dark Lord of the Sith. Everything he says, even though he's manipulating Obi-Wan, obviously, is the truth. I always think, did he want Obi-Wan to join him to overthrow Palpatine? Because, that's the only way a Sith can progress, is to kill their master, to overthrow their master. As long as their master's alive, they'll always be second best. So, he plays him with so many different subtleties, and he's such a conniving, manipulative character. And then even in the fight, like with Obi-Wan, Anakin and Yoda, he smiles like when he's about to sort of unarm Obi-Wan. And he's got this grin on his face. Is so full of malice. I absolutely love it. I love Christopher Lee. Honestly, I know he's gone now. God rest his soul. But he was such a great actor. And when I'm watching the Clone Wars cartoon, I'm absolutely fine with how Dooku is portrayed in there until I have like a flashback to Attack of the Clones or Revenge of the Sith. I'm just like, yeah, he was so much cooler. Where's that sort of gleeful malice that he has? Where's that smile that he has? The twinkle in his eye, you just think, oh, he's a character you love to hate. There's none of that. There's not even attempted in the cartoon. So I think that's one of the downfalls of the show. But there's not many of them. And that, people, is instruction booklet 1. We're through a whole instruction booklet, and it only took us an hour and 51 minutes. No shit. Let's have a look. Just gonna get loud now. What? I'm on bag 4. Can you see that? What am I doing? Wrong way. Why is it gotta be reversed? Someone tell me. Does anyone know why it's reversed when I'm on YouTube Studio looking at the live stream? What benefit is that to me? Let's see. Christopher Lee was such an amazing actor. He really was. I love Christopher Lee. How many minifigures is it just Saruman and Count Dooku that he would? Yeah. Do you know when Richard Harris passed away, who played Dumbledore and Harry Potter in the Philosopher's Stone, or Sorcerer's Stone in America, and Chamber of Secrets? There were rumors they were going to recast him with Christopher Lee. That would have been completely different to either Richard Harris and Michael Gambon, but I can see it. I can see it being a different kind of Dumbledore. I can totally see that. It would be interesting, Sometimes I think, when you hear about these casting of like famous roles where the actor has made the role completely their own, and you hear who could have played that character, I almost want to take a trip into a parallel universe and see just how that turns out. Anyone else have any examples of that? Do you ever get that? You think, you don't want to change who was cast. That's sacred. But if you can see the alternative and have that one still intact, it'd be cool. And bag 4, we've got this fella. That's quite cool. I forget what this guy's called. He's got lots of cool printing on him. I don't think they've used this piece. Oh, wrong way around. For like the hammerhead since. It's quite cool. Yeah, so this is weird because with the Pirates of the Caribbean sets, they didn't do any sets as such that were based just on At World's End. They did obviously on Strange the Tides because that was the film that came out when these were all released. And they did Curse of the Black Pearl, you got the Eyes of the Murder set and stuff. They did Dead Man's Chest because, we got the mill on there. Now, this Black Pearl set, you can say, it's from any of the films. but Davy Jones only set foot on the Black Pearl in Dead Man's Chest. So if you remove that as a possibility, there's no other sets that could even be based on At World's End, which is really weird. Let's have a quick look in the chat. Did you see the Clone Wars Hello There? That was in the 2003 style. I did, Maha. I watched that. That was pretty good. I wish that could have gone on for a bit longer, actually. I like that. I'm a big fan of the hand-drawn 2003 Clone Wars show. Mike Cronwell says, I'd like live. I don't quite know what that means, sorry. London Bridge Brick says, Qui-Gon was trained by Dooku. I think Dooku would have liked to train Kenobi because he was trained by Qui-Gon. Yeah, that's what I got. And that is probably one thing that does carry over into the Clone Wars, the CG one, the cartoon, the Clone Wars. Whilst you don't have that sort of gleeful malice of Dooku that Christopher Lee had, maybe I'm picking up on it wrong, but I feel like he has no time whatsoever for Anakin. He doesn't see what the fuss is about, but he does have a bit of respect for Kenobi. And I think I think that he generally was remorseful that Qui-Gon died. I wonder, like, how. I mean, it's probably a book now. I mean, I think there was a comic about it, but that's no longer canon. About, like, the conversation he would have had with Sidious or Palpatine, about Qui-Gon being killed by Maul. Because I don't think he would have been happy about that. He probably would have come around to it being necessary, but I'm sure that I think there was a comic before where it was like a story that was set in the Phantom Menace, and in this, Dooku was still a Jedi, but he was thinking of defecting or leaving the Order, and it's set basically when the Council are quizzing Anakin. When Mace Windu has that like screen and asking Anakin what's on the screen, and Qui-Gon's the balcony. Obi-Wan goes off for a second, and then Qui-Gon's approached then by his old master Count Dooku, and basically Count Dooku kind of like low-key tries to recruit him to the Separatists. He doesn't say what it is, but he says like he's working on something, and he's like, the Council have pretty much lost their way. They're too strung up. And pretty much everything he says is true. The Council got stuck on were too rigid. I don't think at that point he was meant to have become a Sith Lord, but he was definitely a disillusioned Jedi at that point. And his original plan was to get Qui-Gon on board with him. And that was a pretty cool comic. I can't remember what it's called, but maybe someone in the chat knows. Oh no! Lepin Destroyer, I forgot my popcorn. It burns, I think. Oh, there's nothing worse than... Well, there's plenty worse, but yeah, burnt popcorn sucks. Have you got any more that you can make? And I'm sorry if I say this wrong, but Philippe Rosler says, I really wish there's a Flying Dutchman set. Yeah, me too. I really do. I was trying to think. I don't think it's my favorite Pirates of the Caribbean ship. I think this baby, the Black Pearl, is. But I do really like that ship. It was a very cool. I like the Queen's Anne Revenge, though. I love the fact they had the flamethrowers come out the front. But I was looking at that one, and that one goes for a lot more money than the Black Pearl. And as I mentioned earlier, it has the stickers on there. So if I'm going to pick up a used one, which I might have to be able to afford it, I probably have to get a new sticker sheet and just take the stickers off and put new ones on. And that might get expensive in itself because it's a retired set. But the other thing that put me off is I knew I wanted the Black Pearl because that's like the most important ship in the franchise. And they did look quite similar in build-wise. So I decided if I was going to get anyone first of all, I'd get this baby. But I will hopefully get all of them. That's the plan. And I think I've got like... Wow. You'll see in an upcoming video, I've got a couple more sets than what you've seen so far. London Bridge Brick says, you may have read it, but Master and Apprentice is a very good book. I don't think I have read that one. I'm only just starting to read the new sort of Disney era books on there. I've read Lord of the Sith. That was a very good book, and I noticed actually that one of the characters in that is in Clone Wars. And what else have I read? I don't know. I've got the new Thrawn trilogy because I loved the original Heir to the Empire trilogy. I've got all 3 of the new books now, so I need to work my way through those. But currently, I'm reading a Stranger Things book, Darkness on the Edge of Town, I think it's called. It's the second one novel that they've done to tie in with Stranger Things. I read Suspicious Minds, which was a prequel to season 1 about Eleven's mother. And now this one it's bookended with Hopper and Eleven in the cabin after series 2. So he's just become her legal parent. And obviously in season 2, she goes into, well, it's not even a basement, but it's like underneath the floorboards of the shack, cabin, what you want to call it. And she found the box about her mother, but there's obviously other boxes in there. There's one that says New York, one that says Vietnam. And basically, I won't say exactly what, I don't get into spoilers, but gets him to tell her the story of one of the cases that he had whilst he was a homicide detective in New York. And I'm only just started it last night. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. I love Hopper. Fantastic character. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. He's a really layered, really interesting character. He's a proper flawed hero or damaged hero. Enough. Okay, so click the chat again. I'm sorry if I'm falling behind on this. Let's see. Naruto versus Beetlejuice. I couldn't tell you. I don't know anything about Naruto. Sorry. Mrs. says Naruto. Mario Master Drew says, "Hey, what's up? I'm back. Great to have you back." Mahan says, "What I should be doing? Working on my Venator. Me does anything but work on my Venator." Yeah. Lepin Destroyer, burnt popcorn smells disgusting. Yes, it absolutely does. Okay, so London Bridge Brick says, Master and Apprentice explores the relationship between Kenobi and Qui-Gon and links to Dooku. Is quite good. That's cool. There was a series of, when I was, growing up, and, literally, I think the first books came out a few months after Phantom Menace came out in the UK, called Jedi Apprentice. They were young adult novels, but they were really well written. And they were about Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon before Phantom Menace. And there was so many good stories in that. And obviously at that point, Dooku wasn't even mentioned because until close to the time of Attack of the Clones. So the author didn't know about that. But I don't think they said anything that contradicted that. But they did talk about Qui-Gon's first apprentice and how they went bad, and that kind of hung over him teaching Obi-Wan. It was really, really good because then what happened then is closer to the time of Attack of the Clones when we started to get merchandise. The series ended, but it didn't end. It had a sequel series. I can't remember what it was. It was called Jedi something. It wasn't Jedi Apprentice, but it was a sequel series, and it moved from Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan before Phantom Menace to Obi-Wan and Anakin before Attack of the Clones. And it had the original story of how Anakin made his first lightsaber, which at the time everyone thought was going to be the lightsaber that he gives, that Obi-Wan gives Luke, but obviously in Attack of the Clones, that one gets destroyed, his first one. And in that, he goes to Ilum, I always pronounce it wrong, the planet with all the kyber crystals. And he goes off to get his crystal and he makes his lightsaber in the cave in that one. And when he goes to make his lightsaber, and he gets attacked by Darth Maul, and they have this fantastic fight. And then when he wins the fight, he realizes that it was all kind of this vision, and his lightsaber is then completed in his hands. It's a really, really cool story. But yeah, that was a great series because it followed Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, and then it stopped, but then it came up the same author, same continuity, and it followed Anakin and Obi-Wan, and there was a few books that did like a story that was split between the two timelines. So you'd have like Obi-Wan and Anakin working on a mission, and it would tie back then to something that Qui-Gon did, and then you'd have flashbacks to that. Really, really cool. But I think some ideas from that series got put into the Clone Wars, because in that one there was a storyline where Obi-Wan had a love interest. And she wasn't called Sabine, but there's like parallels. In fact, she was actually another Jedi apprentice that he fell in love with. But it was really good at fleshing out the characters and the relationships between masters and apprentices, you know. But sadly, no longer canon. Mahan says, name me an interesting Star Wars mock. No sequel or original trilogy, please. I don't know. Anyone in the chat can answer that? I don't know. Mario Master Drew says, I want a Lego Fell Beast versus Army of Gondor set, but Lego Lord of the Rings probably isn't coming back anytime soon. I just not the camera. Yeah. I mean, they're not doing any more Harry Potter films, but we've got new Harry Potter sets. But I think for Lego's target demographic or key target demographic, Harry Potter is probably more popular. So there's a chance it might come back like Harry Potter has, but it also seems a bit more unlikely. Just put my phone on charge. I don't know who Bo-Katan is. I'm not on Rebels yet. My plan is to watch Rebels after Clone Wars. I've heard with Rebels that the first series is very childish and juvenile, and is exactly kind of what people feared Star Wars would become when Disney brought it over. But by season 2, or in season 2, sorry about this. It got, it ramps up and gets a lot more dark, and then as it goes on, it gets more and more mature. So yeah, my plan is to watch that after Clone Wars. You don't know. You don't know, OMG. Oh, well, I don't know can't hurt me. Is that right? I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure I'm doing this on camera. But for some reason, when I do it here, I'm not liking it. I don't know why. It is so warm here in Wales. Is it warm anywhere else? What's it like in London? Does anyone eat half popcorn? No. Not really. One thing I absolutely hate, like we went saw Rise of Skywalker. We had some popcorn when we went to see that in the cinema, and in the dark, eyes focused on the film, I reached in, I got some popcorn, and it was like a handful of unpopped kernels, and oh my god, it almost broke my teeth. It was awful. It was really painful. I was like, what's happening? And I looked down, like, yeah, not good. You got more of these funny windows. Oh, I broke that one. There we go. That's good. That's quite cool. I'm struggling for space here now. I can't even see the instruction manual. Mario Master Juice says, I mean, Lego Lord of the Rings might come back for the TV show taking place during the Second Age. That would be cool. Yeah, but isn't that more like a Netflix thing? Is that what I've read? Maybe I'm wrong. But I thought that the Lord of the Rings show is going to be, and I think it's going to be in a different continuity as well. It's not going to be like in the same one as Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. It's weird. The Tolkien estate are really funny with the rights to the films. Like when the movies came out, the first game we got on the PlayStation 2 was called Lord of the Rings Two Tower, and it was supposed to be a game of the first two movies because it came out just before the Two Towers rather. but it only had like 2 levels that were actually based on the first movie, Fellowship. But at the same time, there was another game by a different game developer that had nothing to do with the movies released called Lord of the Rings: The Fellowship of the Ring. And that was done by the Tolkien estate. So, yeah. Nice weather in New York City. Oh, wow. I love New York City. I want to go back there. It's cold in southern Brazil now. Really? Does Brazil get cold? Okay. Mario Master says it's Amazon, not Netflix. Oh, okay. Stop spoiling stuff, Mahan. Yeah, I don't have Amazon Prime Video on Demand anymore. I did. There's a series on there called The Boys, and I loved that. I'll probably get Amazon Video Prime on Demand again when The Boys Season 2 comes out. What did I just drop? Oh no. Where did it go? Oh man. I'm not tipping this all up again, because all that will fall out. I tell you what, Mrs. with your small hands, can you start for me and I'll look at the chat? I actually feel bad for Cut the Krago. He doesn't know about Bo-Katan. Shut up about Bo-Katan. Stop spoiling stuff. Yes, my very professional spoilers like Bo-Katan is dope. Yeah, but you're saying something bad happens to them. You know, Cut the Krago is ready to ban me. Yeah, I am. I'm going to ban you. Will this be the first channel you get banned from? In the southern region in Brazil, sometimes even snows. Oh, wow, okay. I didn't know that. I've not been to Brazil. I should go there one day when we can actually leave our homes again. I was hoping, before this happened, to go back to Denmark to Lego House in Billund. Just to like the anniversary of when we got engaged there, just for like a weekend break. Because we're not getting married until next year. But yeah, that didn't happen. Lepin Destroyer says, bye, I am coming back. Hopefully you're going to go sort your your popcorn out. Fun fact, it snows in Iraq, yeah? It does. It snows actually in a lot of places you wouldn't think it did. It's more to do like with altitude, I think, sometimes, rather than that. Anything else. Like, you look like old westerns, the ones that actually did film outdoors and not in a studio, and you'll see them. It's all hot and everything, with the blaring desert heat. But there's mountains then on the horizon. They've got snow on them because of how high they are. No, I've been banned on another channel. You don't want to know what happened. Or see, as soon as someone says you don't want to know what happened, you immediately do, don't you? That might be a topic for a private conversation. But as soon as someone says you don't want to know what happened, yes, you do. Nor do I feel like publicly talking about it. That's fair enough. That's okay. I'm sorry if I brought up something that was a bit of a sore subject. I was just joking. I'm not really going to ban you, Mahan. I did ask if you want to be a mod, but I don't think you answered me, or maybe you did and I missed it. Feels weird seeing you on here, not being a mod. Do I have the Tower of Orthanc set? No, but do you know what? That is on the missus's Lego Regrets list, because that set was out kind of as I was coming up my Dark Age, and we were going into the Lego shop, and she kept seeing it, kept saying, "Oh, I'm going to get that set," and she never did. And now, yeah, that's one of her White Whale sets. Tower of Orthanc. Can you still see what I'm building? Let's take have a quick look at this first. This is weird. Come on. There we go. So yeah, this is the captain's cabinet. What's quite cool is you've got these. Now I saw they were going to use hinge pieces for this, but I thought then it would like lock in here so the hinge would just be used just to offset it. But no, it actually doesn't give my hand much access, but a child's hand or... I didn't say it. She's looking at me a dirty look now, but yeah. But yeah, see what I mean about these two cannons? This one's like the old... Oh, my word. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, the one on the top of your screen is like the old brown, and then this one's the reddish brown. And everything else in the set is like the new colors, so I kind of feel like that's probably from another set. It's got extinct. Oh, my word. Blimey. Don't you just love the high production values of this stream? Yeah, I'll make you a mod. That way, if anyone else comes in trying to pretend to be you, I know then you're the right mod. Right, Mahan, even. There we go. So, let's see. Mario Master Drew, Tower of Orthanc is definitely worth it, but I probably like Battle of Helm's Deep better. Also, the minifigs in Tower of Orthanc are very meh. Yeah, I'm trying to picture the Battle of Helm's Deep set. It's one of my favorite scenes. Two Towers is my favorite. Again, it's something I go back and forth on between the Two Towers and the Fellowship of the Ring. Which one is my favorite of the Lord of the Rings trilogy? I'm sorry, I'm knocking this all over the place. Bear with me a second. Let me just try and get this better for you. And yeah, the Battle of Helm's Deep is fantastic. Such a great scene. Or sequence. It's not a scene because it goes back and forth other stuff, but yeah. One of the best siege sequences, I think, ever committed to film. So a Lego set of that would be cool. Obviously, it would be downscale, but I think it was a cool set. Yeah, this is just showing me a picture of it. It looks cool. Look, I feel like that should be in dark bluish grey rather than light bluish grey, though. Let's see. I've completely lost my train of thought now. Star Saber Prime K. Yeah, that's not a good thing to say, to be honest with you. You know, I'm enjoying having you on the stream. I'm enjoying talking to you, but I don't know you that well yet, so I wouldn't mod. I don't mod for donations. I'm sorry. It's saying that doesn't inspire sort of confidence in someone, I'm afraid. I'm sure you didn't mean anything bad by it, but yeah. I mean, I know Mahan for quite a while now on different streams and stuff, and he knows my channel as well. So I know who he is. I mean, this is my first time live streaming, so who knows? In the future, I might go, yeah, I'll make you a mod. I know you quite well now, but yeah, donation for mods is not something that I'm ever going to do. Sorry. Well, I'm not sorry for it, but yeah. Fun fact, there have been no fake Mahans I have seen or someone has told me about. Yeah, that's true, but you did get... There was a... Raz. That was... Yeah. There was a whole thing where... What was it? Solo Brick Builder for that Marfan was a fake Mahan or something. I did give him a bit of a ribbon for that. Like, did you get Sarah and Sarah mixed up? Different profile pictures, different names, but he thought one was trying to be a fake of the other. London Bridge Bricks says, give the stream a thumbs up, folks. Yes, please. Yeah, thanks, London Bridge Bricks. Only if you're enjoying it, though. I don't know why you would. This is like the worst stream ever, probably. I'm enjoying it, though. I'm enjoying hanging out with all of you. I'm enjoying building this set. Hopefully, I will get better at these things. I say that like I've decided I'm going to do another one. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do another one yet. I probably will. I'm wondering now if this is the right set to have started doing this. Because it's a bigger set. Maybe I should have started with a smaller set. But I didn't want to do like a battle pack for my first stream. But I didn't want to do a massive one. I thought, well, this is under 1,000 pieces. It's a set that I've wanted for a while. I don't know. Do you think this is a good set to build for a live stream? You enjoying that? Yeah. I would say let me know in the comments below, but let me know in the chat. That was something also. Thanks for helping me prove my innocence. Yeah, that's fine, mate. Honestly, I was quite amused by it. How am I fake? I don't know. Who said you were fake? I found the fake Saber Starstream Prime is fake. I don't know. Don't know what's going on there. Yes, very good set. I used like a £50 set would have been better. Yeah, probably. This is maybe it's gone a bit too long. I don't know. We're at 2 hours 20, and there's 25 people watching. That's amazing. Thank you so much to all of you. That's incredible. I wouldn't have thought that I could pull in 25 people to watch me build a Lego set and talk drivel. There's Joshua Gibbs here. I don't think he's exclusive to this set. No, because someone told me earlier they were building the London Escape one, and I think he's in that. Wait, that doesn't look right. There's there you go. Told you, quality stream here, folks. There we go. It makes you wonder, though, in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise, just how old some of these characters are. Like Joshua Gibbs, you know, he's a man he's not a young man in the opening prologue of the first Pirates of the Caribbean when Will and Elizabeth are both kids. And then he's in all the films, even in Dead Man's Chest, and Dead Man Tell No Tales. And by that point, Will have had a kid of their own, and he's a grown man. You know, I think about how old exactly is Jack Sparrow meant to be at this point, but how old is Joshua, man? He must be freaking like 90 or something. And that's another issue I have as the pirate films that went on, is just like what is going on with the time frame and stuff like that. There you go, is that better? Like, I know there's different writers on the fifth film than there was in the first four as well. I think the first was it Gore Verbinski. Probably saying his name wrong. He directed the first three. Someone else directed the fourth one, and then someone else directed the fifth one. But it was the same writers on the first four. And you can really tell that there's different writers on the fifth film, because it's weird. I said this. I don't know when I said it, but I said it anyway. It's like, as much as the fifth film relies on like previous victories and nostalgia from the first three films, you know, falling back on stuff that was done before, it's like it's written by someone who only has like a passing knowledge of the films, you know, who's been told what happened in the films rather than seeing it for themselves, because there's so many continuity errors, like where Jack gets the compass from, like you know, we're told Calypso says that she says, like, the compass I gave you in Dead Man's Chest, when she's not Calypso at that point, she's I've forgotten her name when she's in human form. And it's just like, yeah, there's just so much. And like Jack betraying the compass, like, he gives it away at least 5 times in the first trilogy. It's just crazy. Terrible movie. No, thank you for starting the stream. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me, though. Honestly, I do appreciate it. The two people in the same name. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain now because you can't just click and see the channel to check someone out. Philippe Rosier, I'm sorry again if I'm saying the name wrong, says the set you were building was brand new. No, it was used. Yeah, unfortunately, these sets go for so much money now, and there's not many of them in the UK that are sealed. So I had a look online, and on eBay in America, you can get this set on most of the Pirates of the Caribbean sets for the same price new as you can get them used in UK, but with shipping and customs, I think it almost triples. But you know, I was told it was in good condition. The box was a little bit beat up, and I got photographs of all the minifigs and, like, you know, the exclusive parts. So there are a few differences. I can always change them out. You know, I don't think there's anything in here that's too beat up or damaged. I think it looks to be in good condition so far. So, Mario Master Drew, that was me who built the London Escape. Haha. Also, yes, he is, and that's it. There you go. Thought he was. I haven't got that set yet. Do you recommend it? Is it a good set? Let's see. Do you think Pirate 6 will wreck on some of the dumb stuff from 5? Morgan says. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff up in the air about Pirate 6, and that has been for a while. It's weird how spaced out the movies are after the first 3. There was a long gap between 3 and 4. There was a massive gap between 4 and 5. And then I think now there's like the same amount of time between 5 and if 6 comes out. And there's been talk about it being anything from a reboot to a soft reboot to a prequel. I don't even know if they know what they're doing. I heard that they were looking about getting Karen Gillan in the play Red, who was a character in The Ride. That would be interesting because I like Karen Gillan a lot. I liked her since she was in Doctor Who, Guardians of the Galaxy, even the new Jumanji films. But I do think it would be a mistake not to have Jack Sparrow in it in some capacity because he's become so synonymous with the brand now and with the franchise. I feel like he should be. They tried doing a little bit in the 5th one, but it didn't really, where he becomes less of the main character and he's back to being like, I don't know what the word is. It's not like an enabler, but he's like, an extra character, kind of like the Han Solo to Luke and Leia, though Han was still a main character. But yeah, I feel like he shouldn't be the focus because as much as I love the 4th one, it was a mistake, I think, making him the outright main character. But yeah, maybe it will wreck on some of the dumb stuff in 5. I thought killing Barbossa off was a stupid move. Yeah, it was really dumb. I mean, he killed him off in the first film, but when I first heard, before Dead Man's Chest came out, when I heard that he was coming back, I was like, that's stupid. But I really liked it when they brought him back. I thought he was great. Great actor, and he's really great in the role. Let's see. I recommend the London Escape very much. It's amazing and is awesome for our town. Cool. Well, I do aim to get all the Pirates of the Caribbean sets anyway, so I'll definitely be picking that up. But I wasn't sure about it, so it's good to know that it's an awesome set. I didn't think the minifig selection on that was a bit meh, because you get Jack and you said you get Gibbs, and just some regular Royal Guards. But I guess that's accurate to the scene. It would have been nice. You know what? One character that I really think they need, or they should have done in Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, is Captain Teague. Jack's dad, the one that Keith Richards plays, because Keith Richards was basically the inspiration for Johnny Depp in sort of creating the mannerisms and kind of the look of the character. And he plays his dad in at World's End in a brief cameo, and then he pops up for another cameo then on Stranger Tides. He rescues Jack at the end of the scene that London Escape is based on. So it would have been cool if they included him as a minifigure. I can see people would have bought that set just to get him. That would have been fantastic. I don't know, maybe if they do like a polybag or something in the future when Pirate 6 comes out, they can do that character. What do you think? Do you think that would be cool? Do you have the 2017 Pirates set? What is that? That's the Silent Mary, or the Brickheads. Sorry, I'm trying to move this so you can actually see what I'm building. If you can't see what I'm building, or you want me to move the camera, just let me know. Sorry, I just had a bit of a drink. It's so warm. It's like 9:30 at night, and it's boiling still. I'll tell you what, though, just looked out the window for the first time in ages, and there is a beautiful sunset sky out there. Lots of purple and orange, just gorgeous. Let's see. So we got to put these comb pieces on. What would you guys like to see from a next pirate movie? Would you like to see a complete reboot? Do you think Jack's had his time? Putting aside any sort of controversy with what's happening with Johnny Depp now, and Amber Head. Just, thinking about the character. Mario Master Jack never gave up his compass willingly until the 5th movie. He always had the intention of getting it back, but in the 5th one, he was just like, I don't care. Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, though, at different points in Dead Man's Chest, they say about him that it's a betrayal of the compass, so him giving it up and not expecting to get it back. And other ones, they say, oh, it's him giving it away, or giving it to someone else. And they never really explain either how Salazar knows about why that would do that, why the compass would unlock your fear. I mean, he was on a different ship, way out of earshot about knowing the compass. I don't even know how he knows that he had a compass. And then there's the thing as well that he's like, they say that if you betray the compass, it will unleash your worst fear. When later on in the film, they established that Jack had forgotten about Salazar. So how can it be his worst fear? I mean, during Dead Man's Chest and World's End, arguably, well, definitely during Dead Man's Chest, his worst fear was Davy Jones, the Kraken, and Flying Dutchman. So would that have unleashed that? That was already unleashed if he gave it away then? And it's a bit presumptuous of Salazar to think that this young man that, that captured him, or not captured him, but like trapped him years ago, is still thinking of him, that's his worst fear. And did Jack even know that Salazar still existed as a ghost pirate? It's just, there's just so much wrong with that film. I could go on for hours about how much is wrong with that film. And it felt a bit obvious as well, because like in the first Pirates of the Caribbean film, you had the undead skeleton pirates. And the second and third one, you had like the sea monster pirates. The fourth one, they said they were zombie pirates, but they had like, they tied into like, not zombie as in Walking Dead zombie, but as in pirates, like traditional, like the original zombies with like black magic and voodoo and stuff. But that wasn't really sort of like developed or, had much bearing on the plot. So it's like, okay, we've had skeletons, sea monsters, zombies. What's left? Ghosts. They did look cool, though. Can I do a Lego collection video one day? It would be longer than all of the Lord of the Rings extended editions back to back. Honestly, I probably would do some parts of my collection, maybe. But yeah, no reboot, please. No. Yeah, I don't want it to be rebooted, really. I want to see Jack in a supporting role, add Red into the movie, but don't reboot. Yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about it, Morgan. Yeah. Eric Dayton says, hey, Krakow, how's your quarantine going? Not too bad. Thanks for asking. How about you? It's all right. I feel like I'm enough of a introvert that I'm coping okay with quarantine. As long as I got internet and I've got... Don't look at this. I didn't just forget to put a piece down. As long as I got my internet and I've got my Lego, Netflix and stuff like that, I'm good. Probably should put food or something in there, food and running water. Yeah, I'm okay with it. If anything, I'm more concerned about what's going to happen when this ends, when we all try to go back to normalcy, and like, what's that? Is it going to be as it was, or how things going to be different? What's going to change? A man has fallen into the water in Lego Sea. Build the rescue boat. Heck of a rescue boat, huh? It may have unleashed Davy Jones and the Dutchman because of the post-credit scene where Davy Jones returned. Yeah, that was stupid. That made no sense. Davy Jones, 1, was dead. 2, the curse had been broken because Will had been stabbed. Will had stabbed Davy Jones's heart, which they say kills Davy Jones, dead, gone, bye-bye. He falls into a whirlpool. He's not going to survive that. He's no longer got, he should no longer even be, tentacle beard anymore. Squidworth. And on top of that, they had that stupid thing where the Trident of Poseidon, if you destroy it, destroys all the curses of the ocean. Okay, so why would Davy Jones appear like with the barnacles and the... Oh yeah, it just... That's another thing with that film, is that why has Will Turner got barnacles on his face? The only reason that happened to Davy Jones is because he didn't keep to the agreement. He didn't. He stopped ferrying lost souls back and forth to the to the next life, as he agreed to do. So him and his crew, they all become cursed and had like sea monsters and barnacles and tentacles for facial hair and stuff. But we know Will kept to it. So why did, when we saw him in the prologue for Dead Man's Chest, why did he suddenly have barnacles on his face? It didn't make sense. It also didn't make sense because if you go with the timeline of how old his son is, it's 3 years after the post-credit scene from At World's End, when we see Will come back to the island where he left his wife on an island for 10 years. And we see him on the Flying Dutchman, sailing towards them to spend his one day with them that he has every 10 years. And he looks perfectly fine. So yeah. Why suddenly 3 years later is he covered in barnacles? Guys, I have not heard from my friend in a day. Should I be worried? Have you messaged? Do they live on their own? I don't know. It's difficult to say, to be honest with you, without knowing the circumstances. I'd say try not to worry until you know anything. I'd always say that with any situation. Not knowing is what can cause you to worry more, and that can sometimes mean, that you suffer worse and you end up worrying about nothing. There's no use worrying about what you don't know. I always think. My mind is on quarantine mode. I can't just come to non-quarantine mode. Yeah, same. It's going to be weird. It's going to be weird going back. And I don't think it's going to be exactly how it was either. I think it is going to have a prolonged effect on certain aspects of day-to-day life for everyone. Morgan says, dang, I'm getting triggered about how bad Pirates 5 was now that you're rehashing it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll tell you what, I should never have done a Lego channel. What I should have done... Let's take this up a little bit. There you go. Can you see that? What I should have done is done a channel where I just literally slate movies, because I'm good at that. I know it sounds bad. I love movies. But I get really passionate about them. Sometimes people say too passionate. And I'm one of those people, like, you get some people, if they like a franchise or brand, that franchise or brand can do no wrong. Whereas me, I almost hold it to higher standards than something I don't like. If it's something I don't like, I'm like, oh, well, what do you expect? They're rubbish. But if it's something I like Star Wars, like Pirates of the Caribbean, like Ghostbusters, they have a high standard that I expect from them. And if they don't meet that, then, yeah, I'm passionate about it. Is that bad or is that good? I don't know. Just me, to be honest with you. But yeah, I see lots of rant videos about movies anyway. Some of them are just really petty. Some of them I actually really do enjoy. There is some stuff in Pirate 6 I do like. I mean, some of the visuals in it are really nice. Like I said, Salazar and his crew look fantastic. And for me, they don't have the same impact as Davy Jones. Like, I remember seeing Davy Jones in the cinema for the first time and being like, how is that not a puppet? Because I went into it knowing that it was CG, and I saw one of the photos of Bill Nye with all the motion captured dots on his face, and I was looking at it going, that's got to be animatronic. How can that be CG? It was just... Very few times have I gone to a film and been wowed by the special effects for fooling me. Like, you look at a lot of films nowadays, and like, they're good special effects, but you know they're special effects. You can point out the CG and go, it's good CG. Excuse me, pardon me. But it's not enough to fool you. Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, was one of the times I was completely blown away. I remember sitting in the cinema, and it was the shot when Gandalf is on the Tower of Orthanc, he's prisoner to Saruman. I think it's when he whispers to the Moth, but afterwards, like the camera follows the Moth down, and then it sort of leaves the Moth, and it goes right down the length of the Tower of Orthanc into like underground where the orcs are like forging the weapons and they're making the Urukai. And I was just like, honestly, it blew my little mind, and I don't think I've ever fully recovered. Do you know about the new Ghostbusters movie, Ghostbusters Afterlife, coming out next year? And are you planning to do a custom build on it? Yeah, I've done a whole video about it, actually. I'm not planning on doing any custom builds at the moment because the rumors I heard were that we are getting some sets based on it. And I want to see what sets they do. If they don't do any sets, or if they do sets and I see the film and I think there's something missing, I'll probably do some custom builds. I keep toying with the idea of doing a custom real Ghostbusters Ecto 1 build, but I've done obviously the official Ecto 1, and I've also done the Ecto 1A, and also, sorry, am I going off camera? The black ambulance hearse. I feel like, well, it would be cool to have the real Ghostbusters one, and then I probably end up having to do Extreme Ghostbusters as well. But how different is it really going to be? You know, is it just really going to be just the roof greebling that's going to be different? And is it worth doing? I think the thing I enjoy the most in doing a real Ghostbusters mock would be designing the minifigures. Because in my previous ones, what I've done is I've designed my own torso designs and had them custom printed. Yep, that's one off. Kenneth O'Donovan says, "Hey mate, how's your day going?" It's going pretty good. Yeah, I mean, it's 20 to 10 now. We've been streaming for 2 hours 41 minutes. I hope people aren't getting too bored yet, but I'm on a good day. How are you doing? I think I've just missed a bit out. Let's have a look. I think that's good, Crackle. Be confident, man. Thank you. Mahan says, "It's weird how much people trust me." Well, not really. I think how much people trust you, or I mean this in terms of the royal you, is a reflection of how you treat other people. I should probably do this the way around because it's mirrored in the book. If people trust you, then it's got to be for a reason. I think I've put some of these in the wrong places. Let's have a look. You're doing good, thanks. Great. That's awesome. And Eric Dean says, "How about doing a mock of Ecto 1B from the Ghostbusters game?" Yeah. Sorry, I keep knocking the camera now. Again, I don't know how similar that would, or how different that would be from the ones I've already done. I love the video game. I don't think it's going to be, but I'm hoping that the film doesn't contradict anything in that, because in my mind, that is Ghostbusters 3, and then this would be Ghostbusters 4. And it was the last time that Howard Ramis portrayed Egon Spengler, and I don't really want that to be made non-canon. But I can see them, just counting Ghostbusters 1 and 2. And, like, I'm presuming you've seen the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife. In that, they have the Shandor mine, which is really cool and excites me, but at the same time makes me think, oh, Shandor was, well, spoilers for the video game, is quite a big presence in the Ghostbusters, the video game, which is essentially Ghostbusters 3. So, depending on how they get around that, are they going to mention the events of the third, the third story, the game, or are they going to, just sidestep around it and they're not mentioning it, but you can still have it in continuity? There's going to be nothing that contradicts it, or are they going to end up saying something which means it can no longer be canon? And yeah, my gut tells me that they're going to contradict it. which would be a shame, I think, because, as I said, it's a great story. I really loved the game. I got the remastered one, which wasn't really a very good remaster, but it was still a great game. So it was playing it as a cash-in, and it is, like I said, the last betrayal of Egon Spengler by Hal Ramis. Lego Freak is streaming competition. Lego Freak, man! I said to him, "Is anyone going to stream on Monday?" I run it by you. Let's see. What is the biggest Lego set that I own? Ooh, I don't know. There's different criteria for biggest, isn't there? There's like biggest in terms of piece count, biggest in terms of space taken up, biggest in terms of the actual model. Like the roller coaster is a pretty big set. And it's got a fair piece count, but there's obviously lots of open air in between the tracks and stuff. Ninjago City is very, very tall. But then the 89 Batmobile is quite a big model, and it's very long. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe I should get a tape measure out one day and go around measuring them.
What is piece count?
Piece count? Oh, man. I don't know.
Which is a firehouse.
Check online. I'm getting the missus to do some research for me. Would you be so kind? Would you kindly? Would you kindly check the piece count of some of my biggest Lego sets? Anyone get that reference? Would you kindly?
I got that reference. Oh,
Man says, I guess I'm not shouting at people and saying that is a bad set. You are wasting your money. Lego is crap and you are crap. I'm just more chill and kid, I guess. Hate describing myself. Yeah, I hate describing myself. Because, like, it's one thing I'm really bad at, like, when applying for jobs or in general, is trying to sell yourself. I don't mean that in a rude way, but, like, you know, trying to promote yourself. It's that fine line of between sort of being confident and, you know, promoting yourself versus coming across as arrogant and sort of self-important. Narcissistic. It's something I'm really bad. I also am really bad at remembering my achievements. Like people say to me, "What's your biggest achievement?" And I go, "I don't know." I come out and like I go to like the missus or my parents and say they ask me like, "What's your biggest achievement?" And I couldn't think of anything, and then they'll list off some stuff. Like, "Oh yeah, I have done that." I don't know. I guess sometimes I'm my own worst critic. Maybe I don't know.
So far, it's a firehouse.
I don't feel like I am right to say I'm a cool person, that sort of stuff. People tell it to me. Yeah, I'm the same. I mean, people don't, actually, no, I'm not, because people don't tell me I'm cool. But yeah, the only time I compliment myself is normally as a joke. And someone said this to me. I was in a previous job, and we did like it wasn't team building, but it was like, you know, about communication and about looking at how we interact with people and like how. It was something like, you know, I forgot how they worded it, but like how only like a part of communication is actually verbal, and it's also about body language, tone, facial expressions, you know, and all these different stuff. And one of the things someone pointed out to me was, anytime you say anything positive about yourself, Craggle, he didn't call me Craggle, you know, but anyway, he said you always laugh straight afterwards. You make it a joke. You say something positive about yourself, and immediately it's like. You sort of go like psych or not. He goes, why can't you just say something about yourself that's positive and leave it as a statement? I don't know. I just can't. I'm missing a piece. I need a black tack pen somewhere. I'm missing one. Should have plenty of those somewhere. Let's have a look.
There you go.
There
you go. Firehouse.
Who else takes part their Lego sets? I do. I generally sort of have. Why I've done that, I don't know. I tend to have Lego sets on display for a while and take them down. There's some sets I never take down, like I've never taken down the Destiny's Bounty or the Ghostbusters Firehouse. But yeah, after a while, I try and rotate them. And I tried also to rebuild some old sets and put those up for a bit. Craggle, you're cool. Thank you, Mario Master Drew. London Bridge Brick says, Do you tell people you have a successful YouTube channel? I think that's a very big achievement. Sometimes I tell people I have a YouTube channel. I don't tell them it's successful. Is it successful? I mean, I think it's a massive success having the amount of people. I've got 19 people on here now, and that's almost been going for 3 hours. And I think that's mind-boggling to me. I don't know how that's happened. Earlier on, we had 25 people, so I thank you all. You know, those of you who are still with me, those of you who have dropped out, and those of you who maybe just joined us, maybe. But yeah, I guess I downplay that as well, even if I do mention it. What's my favorite Lego Marvel set? Good question. Lego Marvel set. I don't have a massive amount of Lego Marvel sets, do I?
We have the Open Guardians.
Oh yes, yeah. Duh. See, oh man, I even forget. It's the Milano. The Milano, the first Milano from Guardians of the Galaxy. That would be my favorite Lego Marvel set. That was a gift off my missus and my soon-to-be sister-in-law, and I love that set.
There you go. That's the biggest one we have in terms of piece count.
Okay, so the Firehouse apparently is the biggest set I have in terms of piece count, I've been told. There you go. You're awesome, Craggo. Craggo is a really cool guy. See, I'm laughing now. I can't take you seriously. But thank you anyway. Hall of Armor. Yeah, that looked like a cool set. I think apparently there's a new one coming. Oh, we're going to put the sails on now, people. Let's see if I can adjust the camera. Again, let me know if... Oh, dear me. If you can't see stuff. Let's have a look. How are we going to do this? Is this the right one? Mm-hmm. Oh. Can you hear that? That's horrible. That's like, oh. I mean, these are good in good. Oh man, these. No, I'll do it. It's all right. It's just scratchy paper. Oh man, don't like that. No, good. Oh, I probably should have done that first, shouldn't I have? Fail. This is the first sale going on. I was a bit disappointed these haven't got like holes and stuff in them. I guess that make them easier to tear and break and stuff. But I remember the sails on the Black Bill being quite beat up and raggedy. At least when Barbossa had the ship anyway. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Swan. You're in one. Do you like my impression? What have I done? Oh, that's the wrong way. There you go. See, messed up now. Easily fixed though. Well, was. Oh dear. There we go. How's that? Is that the slot in there? That's quite cool. So we have our first sail up. What do we think? I think it's starting to look not quite nice now. Am I getting the new Avengers Tower set? Probably not. Yeah. Laugh my ass off. People, oh, I shouldn't say that. LMAO, sorry. People are talking about me in the Lego Freak stream. Well, good stuff, hopefully. I would hope so. You are awesome, bro. Thank you, Mario Master Drew. Let's see. What time is it where you live? It is currently 21:53. The only pirate ship I have is the Corsair Shiplook. I don't quite know what that means. I don't know. It's 11 p.m. where I live. Oh, wow. Let's see. Where I live is 5:53 p.m. They say I expect Mahan to be here. No, Mahan's where it's cool. He's with the cool kids. Wow, we're back to 24 people now. Wow. Oh, it's the Lord of the Rings ship. Oh, okay.
That's a pretty set.
The missus likes that set. New Avengers sets are crap in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. I did this in my top 10 Lego DC minifigures and also my top 10 Marvel minifigures videos. I am more a DC fan than a Marvel fan, so there's a bit of bias. I can't get around that. There's always going to be there. But I do love both Lego and Marvel. Hi, Apprentice Builds, sorry. Hi, Apprentice Builds. Great to see you. But I do think that generally DC have better sets. I feel like with Marvel, they just kind of rely on the fact that Marvel appeals to, I think, a wider, more mainstream audience, and people will buy the sets just because it's Marvel and they've got minifigures in them. And not even great minifigures sometimes. Like they like, I hate the fact they don't have like leg printing on most of them. Like they have like these half-finished costumes, like Captain Marvel has plain blue leg, or Spider-Man. It's just there are some good Marvel sets out there. Like I love the Milano set, absolutely love it. And I'm sure there are others I've gone as well. I just can't think of them right now. But yeah, I think that the best thing about the new sets, the minifigures. But I don't think I'm going to be rushing to pick any of them up. Never say never, but you know, it's because Lego Freak descended, or they've come back to me, have they? They come crawling back. You couldn't live with your own failure, and where did it lead you? Back to me. The only Lego ship I have is the Imperial flagship. That's cool. Are we on to the last bag now? We're on to the last bag, people. Wow. Oh, try not to hit my camera. Wow. This is professional. We're almost at 3 hours. Can I get this done before everyone gets bored and leaves and I'm sat here crying on my own? That is the test that I will have to undertake. I wish we got a Lego Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse sets. Yeah, same. I really do. It's been a long stream. It has been a long stream. I think next time I'll do a smaller set. I didn't realize how long this would take me when I'm also talking to the chat. But, you know, I don't want to just build and not talk to you guys as well. Are you missing a minifigure here? Here we are. Wait a sec. There we go. Let's see. Where's the camera gone? Oh, man. There we go. Bootstrap Bill. See, he hasn't got any leg prints now. It is rare with these Pirates of the Caribbean sets. Most of them have something. Look at that. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm dropping parts on the floor. It's a brick attack video. Wait, wrong channel. Where's that? Let's go back there. I'm so tired. I've been here for 3 hours and having fun. Oh, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm sorry it's so long. I'll get better at this. I'll pick a set that's not as big next time, and or I'll split the stream into two maybe. We're on the last bag now, on the last stretch. So hopefully we can get this done before everyone abandons me. So everyone leave a like. That'd be great if you could. I really appreciate it. Here's the thing. If I wanted to actually get my name out there and have people think I'm cool and stuff, I'll join different streams, but I just don't do that. I just come into the comments. Yeah. The new Avengers sets don't have exclusive figures, and who needs an Avengers speeder bike on an Avengers truck? Yeah. Yeah, I was really disappointed with the Black Widow set they did. I was really hoping for a Red Guardian minifigure. I mean, I love David Harbour, you know, obviously he's in Stranger Things, but I think that would be such a cool looking minifigure. I've seen bootleg ones. I don't want to get a bootleg minifigure. I don't mind getting custom minifigures if they're using actual Lego parts and, you know, some custom pieces like, you know, brick forge pieces, but I don't want to get a bootleg minifigure. I just don't get why Lego didn't do a Red Guardian minifigure, I'll be honest with you. Would have been very cool. The Prince and the Pirates of the Caribbean minifigures is very good even by today's standards. It is. In many ways, I think it's better than some of the minifigures we get by today's standards. You don't... I've noticed a little bit on Will Turner that his flesh tone is a bit pale, where you see his like skin under his shirt. But for the most part, you don't get any of the issues that we've been having the last couple of years with opacity, like with light colors on dark torsos. The designs are just as detailed, if not more so sometimes, than the ones we get today. Let's see. I might have to tilt this up a bit. Oh my word. So we're building the masts now. I'm trying to get that in shot without making everyone giddy even. How's that? That okay? I mean, I've been waiting on YouTube for 2 days for the stream. What, you haven't just been at your laptop waiting for the happen for 2 days, surely? In an alternate universe, I'll be talking to M&R or something. What, instead of me? Am I not good enough for you, Mahan? There's the Davy Jones minifigure. Apprentice Builds asked if I had built him yet. There he is. One of my Will Turners, I think, has a misprint. He didn't have any sideburns on one face. Oh, that's weird. Let me check my one. Let's have a look. Where's my Will Turner? Sideburns there. Yeah, you got sideburns on both. Yeah. When will my next live stream be? I don't know. This one's, I've had a lot of fun with this one. I think I need to make a next one be a smaller set. I think this I bit off more than I could chew, and I'm worried I'm boring people now. They say, you know, leave them wanting more. I think everyone's going to have their fill for a while. I've cut the Craggle live streams after this, so I'm not quite sure. Let's see. If you've watched any of my recent haul videos, is there any sets in that I haven't yet built that you would like to see me build live? I might have actually already built them and not done the review yet. But yeah, let me know. If they're still unbuilt, maybe we can do that. That could be fun. Emina actually was in the stream earlier. Anton says the only Pirates of the Caribbean set I have is the Cannibal set. That's a great set. I love that set. I reviewed that last week. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to like that set as much as I did. I really, really enjoyed that set. I'm missing some pieces. Crucial pieces as well. This could be a bit of a disaster. Let's have a look.
I'll go now. Let go.
All right.
Look. Those two things.
You got your first Pirates of the Caribbean set on Friday. So Sarah O'Connor, that's cool. What set did you get? Anton says, bye, I have to go to sleep. Thanks for popping by, Anton. The mill. Could I build the mill live? I guess so. I think it's a smaller set than this one, so it might be a bit more doable. Do I like the classic Batman sets? Some of them. I don't really define classic. London Bridge says, cut the Craggle. I have to be up at 5 a.m, so I have to go soon. If you pardon the pun, I've enjoyed your maiden voyage live stream. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you enjoyed it. I can't believe the smallest pirate set goes for 30. Yeah, they're not cheap. Oop, loud car going past. I got the poly bag with Jack and his raft. That's a good poly bag, to be fair. I'm going to tilt this down a second because I'm building stuff to go on the raft. There you go. Is that better? I'm struggling to try and build this where you can see it. Oh, I still. Oh, so look. there. So if I build there, can you see it? Yeah, okay. I got my first 2008 Clone Wars set. It was a polybag. That's cool. I got the polybag grease as hell. Yes, I did. Yeah. By the way, when I got the polybag, it wasn't grease. No crying in the corner for me. Yeah. Enough said about that. Better. I'm trying to find some pieces. I thought I went through this and they were all here, but I'm missing some. So I might have to stop the stream if I can't find the pieces to go further with this, which would be a shame. Let's see if there's anything else I can build. I can put some of the sub-assemblies together ready. Let's see. Oh, moved again, haven't I? I'm sorry. I am planning on getting the Lego Stranger Things upside down set. I found a deal on where it's only $100 should I get it? I would check on that because that set for $100, is it used or something? Because that would normally be a lot more. But it is a great set. It really is.
I found them a bit different.
I'm constantly going off camera. I'm sorry. Just shout at me if you see me going off camera. You can't see what I'm building. Time to get my act together. I'm trying to do a build right now without the bit that comes before it because the missus is frantically looking for some pieces that are missing. And I thought, I thought that we had them. I didn't notice that they were missing. So. What do I use to film with? Well, currently I'm using my phone. Do I have the 2013 Arkham Asylum? Is that the 2013? The Arkham Asylum Breakout? If it's the Arkham Asylum Breakout, that's one of my White Whale sets. It's one that retired before I could get it. What is going on here? For $100, I'll buy them all. $1 equals $550 bazillion. I got the Temple of Doom for 100. New best deal on eBay I have had. Okay. The quality sounds great. Yeah, well, the sound I'm actually using my Snowball mic. I'm just using the phone for the camera. I do also use a Canon DSLR as well. Leopard Destroyer says, sorry, I'm probably going to leave. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sorry it's taken so long. I thought we'd be wrapping up sooner, but we've also hit a bit of a snag where we're lost. We're not lost. We can't find some pieces that we need for this build. Are those the right ones, but in different color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to be blue.
They need to be blue, do they? Mm-hmm. Why is it blue going to show? I don't know. Is it actually the same piece? Basically, if we need these in blue, I don't think that's the same piece. Hasn't that got a cross on it?
No. Just got that one.
I think the blue one's longer.
Same one.
Okay. Well, we'll risk it for a biscuit with these light tan ones. I don't know how I didn't spot that before. unless they've just got missorted somewhere. Okay. Yeah, they're not long enough. Oh, wait a sec. Oops. Oh, man. I'm losing the plot.
There's only 2 left.
Bye, Leopard Destroyer. Hope you have a great day. Or great evening, or whatever time it is. This is my favourite set I own of all time, says John Bricks. What, the Black Pearl? Do you own the Black Pearl, do you? That's cool. Luke 44's back. Okay, I think we're starting to get somewhere again. But I've been wrong before. Look at these. How cool are these pieces? I personally haven't had these before, although I am aware they existed. Let's see. Oh, see, now I'm starting to sing. I've really lost the plot. Not even sing. Like, hum? No? Yeah, one of my first sets. That's really cool, John Brooks. That's a great first set to have, to be fair. Oh, there's some clowns, I think, either on dirt bikes or cars with, like, souped-up exhausts going by. Sorry if that you can hear that on camera. Does this go? Let's take you with me. Come on. I have to mind the screws on that. I normally have some pictures up there, but I took them down just because I wanted to have a cleaner backdrop. Oh, that's wrong way around. Ta-da! Can you tell what it is yet? Oh, I probably shouldn't say that anymore. It's not exactly appropriate now. Though I did always like that catchphrase, but there you go. Okay. It was like some bug thing just flew in at me. In my opinion, the Lego Ghostbusters is the best. Firehouse is the best set ever. It's a great set. Is the best set ever? I think recently I said it was my favorite set. Although I am aware again that a lot of that is down to my love of Ghostbusters. Go like that. Looks right, isn't it? Yo ho yo. Let's see. Oh. There we go. This is I'm trying to do this reverse. There we go. Okay. So we're back down here now. Let's see. I'm going to quick check on the chat. Sorry again. Luke 44 says, I have every Pirates of the Caribbean set except the ships. Yeah, they're very expensive. John Brick says, I need the mill, the one with the mermaids, that's Whitecap Bay, and the 2 other ships. So I'm guessing you mean the Black Pearl. Oh, you got Black Pearl, so no, it would be the Queen's Anne Revenge and the Silent Mary. Mario Master says, I just sold the one with the mermaids, Whitecap Bay, yeah. Mahan says, I have the Invisible Pirates of the Caribbean set. It goes on eBay for £66,501. Wow. Sai O'Connor says, Go Craggle, well done on your stream, man. Thanks very much, Sai O'Connor. Thanks for dropping by. I can't speak. I'm sorry. I've been going for 3 hours. Let's see. Whitecap Bay is pretty good, but my favorite is the cave set. Is that the Eyes of the Murder? Yeah, I love Skeleton Barbossa, so yeah, that would be Eyes of the Murder. And Mahan says, no, it's in a display case that I can't open, so I can't touch it, John Briggs. Oh, dear. Eyes of the Murder is a fantastic set. Yeah, that was the first Pirates of the Caribbean set I got. And it's what started this whole thing. And originally, I reviewed the Pirates of the Caribbean Eyes of the Murder set because I couldn't justify the money on buying the Pirates of Barracuda Bay. I've bought so many Pirates of the Caribbean sets now, I've easily spent way more than I would have done if I just bought that set. I probably still will get the Pirates of Barracuda Bay at some point. I mean, I supported the original project on Lego Ideas, and Yeah, I mean, I like the set. I don't think it's what we supported. It's more of a shipwreck than the actual Pirate Bay. But it's still a cool set, and I love Lego Pirates, so I will get it eventually. But I'm having way too much fun building and reviewing these Lego Pirates of the Caribbean sets, and I'm having great fun hanging out with all of you whilst I build this one. Hopefully you're having fun hanging out with me as well. All my numbers have to be references to Order 66 and the 501st. Fair enough. At least we now know what your pin is. So if you steal my Han's credit card, you know, there's only so many combinations you can try. Not that I would condone stealing his credit card, but I have made. Oh, so what am I doing? There's that. That better? There. Okay. I was reading something. I completely forgot what it was. I have made a custom Lego Jack Torrance figure from The Shining. That's cool. And Mary Master Drew says, I am having very much fun. Mahan says no. Okay. Mahan's not having fun. Sorry, Mahan. I apologize. Will there be a separate review for this set? Probably. I think so. Originally, I was going to do this set last. It's sort of like, you know, once I finished collecting the Pirates of the Caribbean sets, do as the last sort of in my Throwback Thursday review series. If you haven't already, I mean, I hope you would, but if you haven't already, please do check out my reviews of, I've done the Eyes of the Murta set, the Aqua de Vida, and the Cannibal Escape. And I've got more on the way. So please do check out those videos. But yeah, I'm going to do a review of this as well. Obviously, I've talked about my initial thoughts whilst building it, but I think I'm probably going to do a review video of it. That's the plan. See, I have some plans sometimes. Maybe. Why do I always put these wrong way? I don't know. Oh, man. How do I do it twice? There you go. I got to do 8 of these. Do you want to help me? Go on, then. You know it makes sense. You know I love you. You know I love you because I kisses you and buys you Lego. Sorry, just talking to the missus there. Private moment. By the way, I said no to you stealing my credit cards. Oh, okay. Are there only 3 Pirates of the Caribbean polybags? There are 4, and I now have all of them. All your Pirates of the Caribbean polybags belong to us. Aren't they the Voodoo Jack, the exclusive Jack, and the ship? There's the Voodoo Jack, which is exclusive. There's the... What have I done here? There's the Jack with tricorn helmet, tricorn hat in a little boat. Which I think is a reference to like the opening scene, not opening scene, but his first scene in Black Pearl. There's another Jack with tricorn, but he's got like he's not in his jacket. That's not really exclusive. You could make that minifigure yourself. It's a combination of parts. And there's the mini Black Pearl micro scale Black Pearl. The Voodoo Jack is probably the coolest, although I haven't opened them up yet. But I'm gonna do a review of all the Pirates of the Caribbean polybags in one hit. So it'll be one video that reviews the polybags. It's like if they were not one set, but you know, I think it would. I don't want to do a separate video for each polybag. I'm just going to do all 4 of them in one video. That's the plan. See, another plan. I'm full of plans. Don't believe a word Mahan says. I do have plans. Whether I stick to my plans, that's another matter. But I think I'm going to stick to that one. The Queen's Anne Revenge is a cool looking ship. It is, yeah. I need to look more into the ship. I mean, I'm going to get it anyway, but it was a really cool ship in the film. But when I did look at it, it did seem very similar in build to the Black Pearl. So I decided, well, I have to get one of them first. I'll get this one first. And I got a great deal on this. I can't tell you exactly how much it was because I've forgotten, but it was a great deal. Yeah. Ball joints in the old set. Yeah, I mean, it's 9 years old. It's weird to think that this is an old set, really, isn't it? 2011. I want to get Voodoo Jack, yeah. I swear, the missus tells me this is false, but she had the Lego Pirates of the Caribbean video game, and she loved it. And I swear, you could unlock Voodoo Jack as a character, and he used to walk funny. You know, he walked a bit like how if you played the Lego Movie video game, how like Wildstyle or even Lego Dimensions, how Wildstyle walks in that, like sort of like literally like his arms and legs only moving as if a minifigure would, not like how they do in video games where they bend a joint that they don't really have. Yeah, but the missus says that didn't happen. That doesn't exist. But I maybe I have a false memory, but I swear I remember seeing her play it as Voodoo Jack.
I'll have to play it again. It's like 10 minutes time.
Yeah. Okay, it's got 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's okay. We're getting there. Starsaver Prime K says he's in the game. Luke 44 says I don't think you could. See, it's up for debate. Star Saber Prime K said I think it's only the DS version. Okay, that might be interesting because she played the 360 version, so I wouldn't have seen it if it was only in the DS one. Oops. Yeah, it's weird. Sometimes you can have like false memories of stuff. Anyone else ever had that? Like you remember a part in a film and you watch the film years later and like that never happened in that film or a TV show or. It's weird. Like I don't know if any of you ever watched a series called Stargate SG-1, but I always had this memory at some point something weird happened, and Teal'c, who's normally like this character that's sort of like, I guess he's their version of Mr. Spock in a way, though he's a warrior. But in terms of him being sort of very dry and he's alien to their culture and doesn't really sort of speak from a place of emotion. And I remember him saying, "Damn you, Daniel Jackson," and that never happened. We rewatched the series with the missus because she's a massive Stargate SG-1 fan. And it never happened. And when I met the actor, Michael Shanks, who played Daniel Jackson, I said to him, I have this memory of this happening. And he was like, and he said, no, I can guarantee you that I would have remembered if that happened. But he said, the way you said it sounded like something Teal'c would say. And I can imagine there being an episode where he for some whatever reason, speaks from a place of emotion. He says that. So, I don't know. Let's see. I'm actually considering buying a set because I lost my old one. Which one are you considering buying, Ghostbuster Costello Corporation? Anyone else just now watching Stranger Things Season 1? We recently watched all 3 of them. Mahan says, I have a memory that Anakin going the dark side happened in the Clone Wars, in the cartoon? I mean, I'm only up to the start of Season 5. There's a couple of places where the dark side or Vader's theme is played, and he's come pretty close. Okay, Ghostbuster Costello Corporation, the Black Pearl. Yeah, I'd get it. It's fantastic. And Ahsoka and Obi-Wan being there on Mustafar. Okay, it was on well. He went bad before he went to Mustafar. He went bad when he chopped off Mace Windu's arm. It's funny because like another Stargate thing is sometimes Stargate was a film and it had Kurt Russell and David Spader in the lead roles, and then when they did the series, they recast those as Richard Dean Anderson and Michael Shanks. And sometimes, even though I've seen the film recently, or last year, so fairly recently, I remember scenes from the film with the actors from the series. It's weird. You know, they never reshot those scenes. So yeah, I can see them in my head as clear as I can see any other sort of memory of any other show that you've watched. If you could make your own minifigure for a minifig series, what would it be? What, as in a minifig of me, a sig fig, or if it's, I could just pick a licensed minifig series? I don't quite understand that. Sorry. Mahan is still talking about his false memory of what happened with Anakin turning bagged on Mustafar. What am I looking at here? I don't need that yet, do I? No. I'm getting ahead of myself. We're back up here again, folks. How are we looking? Oh, you're going to see a bit of inception there. Saw yourself on the chat. Oh, my word. What am I doing? This was a bad idea. Is that going to fall? It's like hovering there. Right, okay. So doing these ones. These are going to be all sales going to go on, aren't they? Dear me. I would love to make a Lego Frank Sinatra minifigure. That's cool. Man, this is weird trying to do it with this. Thomas McAllister, like, what would it be? Would it be a ninja or a pirate or something like that? I don't quite understand what you mean. Are you saying if I did a minifigure of myself? Is that what you're saying? Would I make myself a ninja or a pirate? I used to have a sig fig as my profile pic. Looks kind of like how my profile pic does now, just in minifigure form. Best beard on the internet. Yeah, that's what Brickatect has dubbed me. And he hasn't even seen any evidence of it, so he's put a lot of faith in me. But yeah, that's why I've been dubbed. Best beard on the internet. I don't know. Probably the best beard in the Lego YouTube community. Let's see, back down here. And Starship Prime Case says, all right, guys, this was fun, but I have to go. Bye. Great having you. Starship Prime Case. I had to make sure I was reading that properly. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. But thank you for hanging out with us. It's been great having you here. I can't. We're on 28 views. 29 people now are actually watching this. Wow. Thank you so much, all of you. It's great to have you here. Oh, my word. Right, down here. You see that? Why? Does anyone... This is a genuine question now for the chat. If any of you have done live streams or know about YouTube, why is it that they've got it reverted? Like, reversed on the live stream. So when I'm looking at the live stream, so I'm checking the comments, checking the chat, and I'm seeing what you're seeing, it's flipped. I mean, I'm presuming it's not flipped for you. It's just, you know, I don't get it. It's weird. I don't know what the benefit to that would be. But when I'm trying to make sure I'm doing stuff on camera, it proves a bit tricky. To say the least. We're getting there, folks. We're almost getting there. I'm having a quick drink because it's really warm here. I just played the first part of Vader Immortal, my friend's VR. Now I want Vader's Castle. Vader's Castle is a fantastic set. And I think I talked about this on maybe a London Bridge Brick stream when they were talking about Star Wars sets, because it is great. It's a fantastic display piece and also a great play set. I mean, I obviously have it as a display piece. But, you know, I can imagine a kid would have so much fun with it. You literally turn it around one way and it becomes something else. It works fantastically, you know, for both purposes. And I don't know many sets to do that. Some of them are, you know, good display pieces, but they're rubbish for play features. Others are great play sets, but you wouldn't really want to display them. It's king of both. It's fantastic. I would love to make real Ghostbusters minifigures. Yeah, me too. I did mock up some fake designs for my Ghostbusters Afterlife set speculation video, if you want to check that out. Forward-facing cameras are flipped most of the time. Forward-facing. Well, is that the one that, like, if you're holding the phone, it's looking back at you, like if you do a selfie? Because I'm using the one that you take photographs with, the one that's facing outwards, that's facing the direction you're facing in. Do I like the new haunted house? I do, but I don't think I'm going to rush out to get it. It's not like an instant must-have purchase for me. Right, I'm going to try and adjust this now because we are about... Oh, word. That came off. Probably just killed the stream. No, are we good? What is that coming out? Experiencing temporary technical difficulties. There we go. We're going to start putting some of these sales on. Have you ever seen anything more janky for a live stream ever? You like my custom Actor 1A review? I didn't really do a review of a custom Actor 1A. I made one. I didn't review it because it was mine. I hope that's going to stay. Either that or... The dislike was from Johnny Depp's wife. I shouldn't laugh at that. Let's see. I don't think this particular go anyway. I think there's rough texture on both sides. I don't know. Yeah. If you could choose a game to make a Lego set, what characters, and what would the set be? I don't know. I always thought it'd be cool to do a Back to the Future Lego game. You can go through all 3 films. Like we got Back to the Future and Lego Dimensions, but oh my word, that was so disappointing for the level. Oh dear me. I mean, the world was fantastic, the actual adventure world, but the level, because it's a level pack it was, and then you had the adventure world. All of them have adventure world. The level was so short. You destroy a bunch of stuff in the mall, and you use the thing to make a ramp that you take the DeLorean in back to 1955. Then you destroy everything in the barn to make a ramp to go out the door. Then you destroy everything in the street to make a ramp to go back to 1985. It's just... It was really, really boring. So these got to overlap a bit. That's cool. But I did love the adventure world, and I thought it was cool how you go back in time and forward in time, and like what you did in Hill Valley, like in 1885, would have then an effect on the Hill Valley in 1985. But I would love a Lego Back to the Future game where you actually play through the stories of all 3 films, and you can go to like a free roam Hill Valley in all the time periods. Is that right? That doesn't look right. That looks janky.
That's supposed to be it one.
Oh, is that right? Okay. That's probably not going to happen. I mean, they don't even want to make more parts, more Back to the Future sets now. Let's see. Live streaming is a complicated profession. I understood that reference. I understood that. I would make a Lego Ghostbusters game and include Ghostbusters 1, 2, the real Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters the Afterlife, and Ghostbusters the video game. Wow, that would be a full game. Sounds like a good game, but it'd be a lot in there. Let's see this one here. Oh, these feel so bad. These paper sales. Oh, I hate the old scratchy Lego fabric. I was quite pleasantly surprised when I found they used the new softer cape again in the Viking in the CMF series, because they seem to have reverted back to this material recently. We have some sales. Luke44 says Lego Dimensions was such a waste of a good idea. It really was. Wow, it was a waste. There was a lot of cool stuff on there. It was just a shame that it ended when it did. They didn't follow through with it more. I really like Lego Dimensions, especially year 2 when they started including a lot more 80s icons, and Sonic was fantastic in there. Can you imagine if they had done like year 3 of Mario, and how you could have Sonic and Mario in Lego Dimensions? That would have been so cool. Why again does this feel like it's not in the right place? Lego Dimensions was all of my pain and anxiety packed into one video game. Why is that? Speaking of Back to the Future sets, I built my own DeLorean using my own supply of Lego parts and ordered what parts I don't have, including minifigures, through Bricklink. That's cool. Lego Hidden Side reminds me of Ghostbusters. Yeah, a little bit. Reminds me a lot of Scooby-Doo. A bit of Stranger Things as well. We're almost there, people. The finish line is in sight. Thank you for staying with me so long. Any requests for my no? See, that doesn't look quite right. I don't know. Here's right? Maybe. Yeah, it's probably because it's got a little bit of a crease in there. The constant crashing and lag. Yeah, that's one thing that all Lego games do. They've never really got fixed that, have they, with the crashing? I was playing Lego City Undercover the other night, and it just crashed on me for no discernible reason. I wasn't doing anything, that would put any particular strain on the console or the game. It just walking along through the city, and yeah, just quit on me. Luke44 just rewatched all Back to the Future movies. So many set ideas. Yep, they could have done so much with that. I think I mentioned it earlier, but one thing I have to say about Playmobil is that they really are doing a great job in terms of what they're releasing based on Back to the Future and Ghostbusters. I'm not going to buy any because I don't really like Playmobil stuff. Don't really have any place for it. But in terms of like all the stuff they've done Ghostbusters 1, 2, real Ghostbusters. They're doing all the different Back to the Future. The DeLorean does look cool. I am a little bit tempted to pick up the Playmobil DeLorean because it has lights and sounds in it as well. I mean, the Actor 1 does, but the Actor 1 looked less detailed to me. It looked more like a toy. Whereas I can almost see the Playmobil DeLorean being a bit like a display piece. Well, the hand's upside down. Sorry, I just realized I'm doing it on here. There we go. So this is the figurehead. Let's put the camera back down. I did say shout out at me if you couldn't see what I was building. Just go, what are you doing, Craggle? Come on. Do you know who Dr. Jake's British Reviews is? No. Never heard of it. 3 hours, 30 minutes, I will not get back. I'm sorry. I would love to see you build a Lord of the Rings set. Yeah, I don't have any, though. I'm sorry. Maybe in the future. I want sets with yellow head minifigs, not pink or whatever shade you call it. Yeah, I mean, I like having the flesh tones for license themes. I think it's a good way of differentiating it from normal sort of Lego homegrown themes. I don't really have a problem with that. We're almost there. I would say it's going to be worth it, but I really don't know. I hope you've had fun. We're down to 17 people now, and you're all amazing. I mean, everyone who came in and left is amazing too. But honestly, if you've stuck it out from the start to here, I cannot thank you enough. Oh, this is going to be a tricky bit. Oh, right. Okay. So I've got to have one of these, and that goes in like that. Okay. I would like Lego Indiana Jones to return. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it seemed like it was going to be more likely when. I remember when Disney first bought over Lucasfilm, they said they were going to do another Indiana Jones movie. Oh, back in 2012. Wow, 8 years ago. A lot of people thought that was the only reason that Harrison Ford agreed to come back as Han Solo. But here we are, and there's no sign of that happening anytime soon. Last I heard, they were about getting a different director. It's like, what? You can't have anyone other than Steven Spielberg direct Indiana Jones. It's not done. Okay, I think. Is it just me, or does Indiana Jones kind of have weird face prints? Some of them, yeah. I know what you mean. I look back at them, and some of like the, some of like the German, well, the Nazis. I can't really call them. They call them something else. Had really weird face prints, and they tried doing something with the female characters by giving them like different color eyes. I would like to see the Jules Verne train become a set. That was awesome set. Yeah, that would be cool. Right then. So I think we might actually be done, folks. Okay. Let's put some of these minifigures up here so you can see them all in case you missed them earlier. First band, yeah. I accidentally showed his comment by mistake. Sorry about that, Mahan. I know that you hit the comment. I wanted to see what was said, and I hit the wrong button. So, and then he followed it up, so I banned him. Right then. Okay, let's have a look at this. So I'm going to try and get the camera. We're going to go freestyle now. No tripod. Oh. This is going to end the stream now in a disastrous way. So here we have the minifigures. I think they look pretty cool. So you got like basically, I would say 3 goodies and 3 baddies, but obviously Bootstrap. Yeah, he's like on Davy Jones's crew, but he's a good guy, really, isn't he? And then here we have the Black Pearl. Oh my god, how far back have I gotta go? That is a tall ship. There you go. So you can see. I think it looks pretty cool. What do you all think? Was it worth the 3 hours 43 minutes of building? Oh god, just knocked those out of that. And there's a captain's claws and egg. I can actually quite easily take that out. Look inside there. Yeah, I'm really quite chuffed with that. I That looks good. I had fun building it. I had fun hanging out with all of you. So I'll just put this back on the tripod a second. Oh, with the hand of the missus. We'll be wrapping up now in a second. I'm just going to have a quick look at the chats before we end the stream. Curious something. Yeah, there's a minifigures. Okay, let's have a look. Someone made a mock of the train a year ago and was put on Lego Ideas and got 10,000 votes, but never got picked to be a set. Oh, the Jules Verne from Back to the Future. Yeah, it did. Luke44 says, we need a flying Dutchman ASAP. Yep. Someone directed us to Lego Ideas earlier, actually. And there's a cool one on there. I'm going to have a look at it now to see more about that, because I think that's really cool. So if you see that yourself and you like the look of it, please support it. I could have watched Rebels in the time, but it's the experience of being with a friend that matters. Oh, thanks, Mahan. I appreciate that. The J Cliff says, great job, bud. Thanks for that. Morgan says, great job. We're going to see a review soon. I don't know how soon, but I think I'm going to review this. No, I am going to review this. Thomas McAllister says, that looks great. Alexander Bond says, oh, I came just as it ended. Where have you been? I've been going for 3 hours, 45 minutes. And Luke 44, for first stream, you did really good. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry if I've been waffling a little bit, or sorry for the part where we couldn't find the pieces, so we got slowed down. But hopefully, you've all been entertained at least a little bit, and I appreciate you all hanging out with me and chatting with me. We've had a few good conversations, and yeah, I don't really know how to end this other than say thank you once again. And hopefully we'll see you in the next live stream. And if not, please do check out some of my videos. And if you like what you see and you're not already, please subscribe. And stay safe and keep building.